fruits.
Do you have a picture so I don't have to do this out loud? Like I can just. Do you have a picture of what you?
No.
I thought you said you took a picture.
I took pictures, not a picture. I took pictures.
God, you fucking can't even. I don't even understand what you mean. What the fuck, man?
You guys, oh my god,
Dude,
it was fucking hilarious.
Hey, it just got
I
even.
don't have-
It just got even better.
You took a picture of this, right?
it just got even better.
Your phone died?
My phone died.
What the
Oh
fuck?
my
I
god.
gotta plug this in
Hurry
real quick.
up.
Do you have like one of those Zap chargers?
You're killing me, Smalls.
No, I don't. What the fuck?
Oh.
He's got to leave.
It's all right. I got.
He's got a barrel pick to get to
got
at
it.
8:00.
I got about 10 minutes. 15
shit.
minutes.
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious. No, that's not what got me. The thing that got me was, I heard you got a picture of it, right? He's like, no. He's like,
I got 4 pictures of it.
I have several pictures.
On this episode, Brett, Tyler, and Dude sit down with Jason C. for part 4 of their blind challenge. Tyler hosts this one and brings 4 of his own bourbons. Find out what they are, how much they suck, and which one wins on this episode of The Bourbon Hunters. But before we get started, let me tell you about Greenline Goods. This 4-year-old company is based in Chicago and creates high-etched quality printed glassware. Check them out with the link in our Instagram bio and save 15% off using the discount code Bourbon Hunters. Thank you for taking time out of your day to join us on our hunt for great bourbon. Reward yourself and sit back, grab a pour, kick up your feet, and enjoy.
All right, welcome to another episode of the Bourbon Hunters. I am Dude Pool. I'm joined by
Brett Bryan.
and I've got,
Jason C. from Master Drum.
and we've got a guest.
Tyler Sheep.
Oh,
From
from who knows where, actually. He just shows up on our porch.
Under a
every once in
bridge.
It's the old wrestlers from parts unknown.
a while. From parts unknown. I like it. So this is the last installment before the finals of our Blind Mice Challenge. Jason wasn't able to join us last time, but he missed some good ones. He's going to have to go back and listen to prepare himself. For,
I'm definitely. I have to listen. I got to.
I'm glad the winner, I'm glad that it won. I'm excited for you to try it.
It was
too.
actually pretty damn surprising.
Now that I think about it,
He doesn't want to know what it is, so
no,
don't.
no.
Okay.
Now that I think about it, some of these bottles are going to be real close to whether or not I have 4 pours.
God, what?
Again,
Here's my surprise face,
I know.
Tyler.
I was like, oh man, this might be a bottle kill.
Great. Great.
Right, so all 4 Rockville Farms.
All right, so we've got our tonight is hosted, if you couldn't tell, by Tyler. Last week was Brett. The week before that was Jason, and then I was the first one. So this is the last one. We only have 4 samples tonight because Tyler didn't really want to. I don't know.
Share
he just
4
didn't wanna share.
samples plus little teas plus whatever Jason
Plus, Jason
brought.
always brings shit.
So what are we going to have 10 drinks tonight?
Well, I have 9 now,
Well,
I guess. since you only brought 4.
I'm gonna leave one bottle here for you guys just to try at your leisure.
Okay.
But the other one, I feel like we can have a little bit of a finishing pour.
I like that.
All right.
I like that.
That sounds good to me. So, real quick, Tyler, before we get started, what do you think of what you have in your glass right now? This is his primer.
Yeah, it's good for the first pour.
I gave him the same thing you had,
Oh, nice.
Jason.
Which is?
It's the new Middle West Spirits cask strength bourbon bottle.
Yeah, we had that the
barrel
other day.
1720. I didn't know if you had any.
I did, but it tastes better today.
Yeah, it's
It's kind of a Luden's cough drop cherry bomb. I like it.
yeah. I get a lot of cherry out of it as well.
But you get the wheat.
Yeah,
I will say on most of the Middle West spirits so far, the cask strength, the proof shows up right away. And it's hot, but the more you drink it, the more that the
proof kind of
bottles
just blends into the flavor.
oxidize a little bit. Yeah.
I agree with that.
I mean, it makes
sense.
sense. I mean, you're gonna
Yeah.
have a younger whiskey at that proof point. It's gonna show up a little bit bitey.
Yeah,
It's gonna bite
that's
you.
true.
It's gonna bite in the ass a bit.
What'd the proof come out on that bottle? Do you remember?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Yeah, I think it's
Okay.
120 and change.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, But yeah, I'm interested in listening to the to Brent's blind.
It was good, man. I was kind of hoping you'd be here just to see what you know. I won't even tell you my theme, so the theme was a good reveal too.
Oh, awesome! I'm glad you had a theme though. It's
I
all
did.
about the theme.
I had a
I
theme.
wouldn't say that it was a good reveal.
I thought it was good.
It was. I will say the theme to me was a little bit of a letdown based on.
Whatever.
No, it makes sense, but it was. My head was not going in that direction. Let me just say it that way.
Okay.
Personally, I loved my theme, but I wasn't happy.
No,
with,
your theme.
I
We
wasn't-
talked about your theme.
I wasn't
Yeah.
happy with your choice.
Yeah.
Your choices.
Oh, with what won out.
Unbelievable.
The 2-year Texas
it couldn't
whiskey.
It couldn't be more polar opposite.
Yeah.
I'm a little disappointed as well.
2-year Texas whiskey, which dude
in
says
myself.
I don't like Texas whiskey. Picked it over 14-year MGP hazmat.
Do you think
All
speaking of
credibility lost.
speaking of that, do you think
Well, they did
that
something
Old
right.
Forester King Ranch will be any good?
No,
You don't think so?
I've heard many people say it should.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
I saw it
I've
in
had some
Raz the
people
other
looking
day
for it. My friends in Texas
With
are
like
looking
4
for it.
other things, and
God, dude, don't.
the price wasn't that high.
I saw
on
somebody trying to trade the King Ranch for
a birthday bourbon.
yeah.
Oh Jesus.
Was that the same thing?
Oh, I didn't see that. I don't
Somebody
know.
was trying to trade an Old Forester King Ranch for. I'm like, are you kidding me? King Ranch? It's basically like Long Branch plus,
Yeah, no
and
thanks.
you're trying to fucking sell it for.
It's an
Come
Old
on.
Forester, right? The King Branch, right?
Yeah.
And what
it's
is?
only for Texas.
I
know
knew that. I
but
knew
it's-
that's why I have
and
friends in
heavy
Texas
char-
looking for it. But
It's like a heavy,
heavy
char,
char.
oak chips or some shit. I don't know what it is.
okay.
King Ranch is an actual ranch. They make lots of leather goods. Like I had a couple different trucks that had the King Ranch leather in them.
So was this a collaboration where they said, "Hey, try your mash bill, but do it this way"? Is that what happened, or did Old Forester just send him
I
something?
forgot the story. The story is not. I mean, this. It's funny that it's popping up now because I remember talking about it, months ago when it was announced. But I think they're just starting to pop up everywhere.
They are. I saw them last week.
So
yeah.
now, like I guess the whiskey sphere is starting to rumble again with all these bottles. They're showing up on secondary everywhere. People are trying to move whatever they can. But I think people are giving it a little bit more credit than what it is. I had a buddy of mine in New York who got one, and he tasted it. And he's like, "This is fucking terrible." he's like, guys that trade this for like a birthday bourbon or some high praised bottle have no idea what they're doing.
Well,
So, but hey, to each his own.
Yeah.
well, so the guy that trades that for the high priced bottle, you mean the guy with the high priced bottle doesn't know what they're doing, right?
Both sides.
Both.
But I mean,
I figure
you're making out if you're trading out the
if
King
you're-
Ranch, right?
Yeah,
If
if you're trading the King Ranch and you can make that happen, you're winner chicken dinner.
there you go. Well, so then they know what they're doing. It's the other way around.
Well, maybe because I'm, obviously you have to go in feeling that nobody has tasted it.
Yeah.
They're just trading it based on rarity.
Yeah.
Right. And
So-
name alone, probably.
Yeah.
So we got the first pour already in the glass.
Oh, okay.
And
I
this
will
is,
let you know my theme because there is no theme.
again,
I
Wouldn't
don't-
expect less.
So
gee, why did we have him go last? I mean, honestly. He
Wouldn't
should-
But-
expect
he
any
should-
less.
I
but
like
to be
it.
fair, we
I like
didn't
it.
have to have a theme.
No, we
it
didn't.
was just
And-
whatever.
And to be fair, I don't think I had a theme.
Yeah,
I just gave you guys 5 bourbons.
Yeah, I think you're
I thought you
right.
gave us 4.
No,
No, he did 5.
I thought you did
Everyone's
4,
done 5
4
except for you.
Oh, really?
I only did 5 because I had a couple things I wanted you guys
he
to
was the only
try.
one that did 5.
I did
He
5.
he did 5 as well. Yeah.
And you did 4?
Jason did 4.
I did 4 because I had that hazmat thing at the end.
Yeah.
He didn't want to kill us.
Yeah.
That's the reason. So that means there's a hazmat in here.
It could be.
There might be.
Or at least something high proof.
Let's break down the nose on this one. What do you guys give, Brett? Let
do
the
it.
schnoz speak.
I don't know. I'm not getting a.
Little a muted nose, but it's
That's
a little
also it's
cherry.
muted.
It's very floral to me.
Yeah.
Extremely floral.
Yeah.
I'm not getting.
I get some floral. I get some sweetness. It's almost like a medicinal sweetness, like a
Yeah. Could see that. This is
The
like
lozenges.
this is the Ludens, but the honey lozenges.
the honey. Yeah, yeah. That, I think that is
Yeah.
what honey. That's exactly the.
I'm getting some like cough syrup now that you say like a cherry cough syrup.
There is a medicinality to it. Did I just make up that word? I
I think it's a sniglet. It's
Just say it
official.
with confidence and just go with it.
the medicinality of it is shocking.
So so shocking.
It's outlandish.
Shocking.
Jeff, I say that's shocking. So did you guys ever? You guys aren't old enough to have ever watched not necessarily the news back on HBO back in the day, 80s and I think it was mostly
I
80s.
watched it at my friends' houses because I didn't have HBO growing up.
Okay.
My immigrant Italian grandparents didn't know what
But
HBO
who did
was.
have HBO growing up?
We had a scrambler, so that's why we had it.
I-
Dad bought
I
a
had
You had to be
scrambler.
rich to have that.
But they only had one. But back then they only had one channel. Like it wasn't like HBO, East, West.
Yeah, you just had
1, 2,
HBO.
3. It was just HBO. Now there was a West Coast HBO, but you couldn't get both of them. You would only get the one.
Yeah.
And then so like with us, it was I think you got HBO, ESPN, Cinemax, and TBS, and I can't remember what else. So Disney, I think, was the other one.
Did you go in for it,
That is
Jason?
interesting. That is not what I expected on the palate after the nose.
I love the interesting as a don't like it.
No, it's not bad.
So there is nothing in here.
Oh, don't
So-
give us too much information. Don't give us too much
don't
information.
give us- Don't get too.
I know,
All right.
I know you
All
want
right.
to talk. You're a talker. We know it, and you're not a good
Shut the
secret.
fuck
You're not
up.
a secret
I think
keeper.
I think he's kind of excited about this blind.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. He's allowed
You
to
do.
be
I
excited.
got real excited when I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
I did
can't-
too.
I was setting it
It's-
up for you guys.
Yeah, I enjoyed because I'm like I never share shit with you guys because I always drink everyone else's stuff and I'm like I never get to share, so that
Yeah.
was exciting for me. Not
And I will
exciting.
say that I have some cool things through Raz's, but they might not necessarily be cool to him. But I have a lot of stuff that you guys also have, so I had to be kind of a little
creative in
not
little
this.
creative.
Not a jerk. I mean, I appreciate when people get good bottles.
I don't know what the taste is on
I think what he
this.
means
It's
to
not-
say is that his good bottles aren't quite to the level of your good bottles.
Yeah, but I
Oh,
can,
my
still,
second
I
drink.
can still appreciate a good,
Yeah.
a good score. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you got listen.
I really wanted to put a
What?
Blands in here, but
I'll tell you what, man.
I mean, there might still
That
be
second
one in
drink
there.
was much better than the first.
Yeah, me too.
It really, grew on
I
me.
did not dig because I think the first sip coming off the nose was
it's not very
like,
viscous.
my mind
No.
didn't connect. No, it's not.
There was a little funk to the first drink to me, and it wasn't a welcome funk in my opinion.
yeah.
And then now
There's
it's
something like
I got-
chalky to this.
I got like a peanut buttery vibe on the first
Yeah,
sip,
peanut.
but that went away on the second sip. Now it's just like really sweet.
I want to save it and come back to it because I don't know if I love this.
It's okay. I'm getting.
there's a little left back
I
in the
don't-
vial too if you
trying
need
to,
it.
Trying to figure if that is.
I like
proof,
to
proof or
back to back
or
to back them.
spice.
Okay.
You guys think that's proof or spice on the back end of that one?
It's spice to me. I don't get a lot of proof on this.
Yeah, I didn't
personally.
get a lot of proof
I think
either.
it's spice. I think whatever it is good amount of rye content on it. Maybe.
Did you throw? No, don't tell me if you
Yeah,
threw rye in
that's
here.
that's the. I just
I
now
forgot you liked
think-
rye so much.
Right.
I don't think this doesn't taste like a rye.
I didn't look. I mean, I did it earlier today, and I didn't look back.
Look
through
at what
my-
he poured. I just poured bottles.
I didn't look back through my pictures to be like 100%.
I did this last night after.
This doesn't hit my
Halloween.
tongue right, man. I don't know.
Hey, it doesn't have to.
Yeah.
It's good. It's solid, but it's just there's something non-cohesive about it. It's like missing.
that.
It's missing something in the middle.
Sure.
Like I like the front of the palate. I do like the spice on the finish, but there's something in the middle that's missing. That's not connecting.
So just from the cuff, real quick, what would you give this on a 1 to 5 or 0 to 5? Sorry.
I maybe give this like a 2.8.
Okay.
I could appreciate the spice of the finish.
Last week, our scale was all sorts of fucked up.
Yeah, everybody was
Yeah.
all over
Because
the map.
so it just dawned on me that dude gives a 3 to everything,
Oh,
right? And I'm
Jesus,
like,
here we
okay.
go.
Are we
You know,
gonna
we've
go
already-
into
no,
this
but listen
again?
to this. But listen to
This
this.
is like a recurring nightmare.
no, but 3 is not in the middle of 5.
It is.
So
when I
why
don't
does
go-
he? Why does he give it a 3?
It is when I don't go below 1. I've never gone below 1, and I said below 1, not below 1.
blow one. Go blow one.
Michigander over here without the E. It's a single syllable
Go
word
blow
for
one.
him. But no, I don't usually go below 1.
There is one bottle that you would go below on.
Yes. I wouldn't blow it, but I would go below 1 on that bottle. Yes.
Oh yeah, that bottle's so bad.
Ugh, God.
And there's and
It is our opposite of a unicorn. What would
What
that
is-
be?
Dirty diaper water.
Caribou Crossing would get a below a 1 for me.
Not for me. It would be about a 1.5 or 2.
Disgusting.
It's not disgusting. It's just nothing
okay.
memorable about it. Caribou Crossing is just, yeah.
I have a guess for this, just based on what I'm tasting.
I'm going to go ahead and go next. I know you. Are you holding off on your rating?
No. Why would I do that?
Because you said you wanted to go back to back to back. So
No.
Okay.
I'll still rate.
Go ahead.
I'll go 2.9.
All right.
I'm pleasantly.
I'm going 2.5. I don't really enjoy this at all.
I have 2.5 as well, only because it's in the middle of the.
Tyler's head is just going to fucking pop off and like.
Have you ever
God,
seen?
like how did
have you
we
ever seen
go?
Scanners?
How did we go 3 years without realizing, dude, scale doesn't start in the fucking middle? So not only is he incorrect by giving it an arbitrary number, but he's incorrect the fact that it's not in the middle.
I get what you're saying.
I never said it was exactly in the middle. You're the only one who's having a problem with
I
this.
feel dumber than your scale for not realizing that it didn't start at 2.5.
Why does it have to start at 2.5?
Because you're like, it's right in the middle, but it's not in the middle.
It's in the middle of my scale, which usually starts around 1.
I wish people could see his hands right now. Like they're missing out on the animation of these hands everywhere.
No, you would think he's Italian.
We still don't know who his father is. He could be.
Yeah.
He very well could be.
All right, Luigi. What
I'm
do you
not
got
a
next?
stallion,
Luigi.
so-
It's Mario.
It's a Mario.
It's a me Mario.
Oh shit, that's funny. All right,
Let's go.
So in light of this,
Did you get wait? What did you give that one? I'm sorry.
we
You
both
that a-
gave 2 5s.
2 5s.
Yeah,
What
we
did I
both-
give?
So I gave it
2
to-
what?
So
You gave it a 2.
we gave
2.8,
we both
okay.
gave 2.5. We didn't both give. You said like 2 5s. The way that sounded.
2.5.
2.5s.
Yeah.
And what did you give it, Tyler?
2.9.
2.9. Okay.
I got that peanutty that you were talking about now. Just
Just
on like
Just
a,
enough.
Yeah, because I took a teeny sip and that's how I got it. Still don't like it.
To
I
be
did
honest, I think-
open.
Go ahead.
So I opened that
Not a-
Russell's 13 last night.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
With Britt.
I
and Heath?
wanted it. Yeah, I wanted it to be open before we had some of
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
It's batch 2, and
Batch 2 I thought was good. So
yeah,
thought
I
you
need
said-
to. I need to come back to it because I was having it, and I'm like,
How much candy did you have beforehand?
none. This was like this was before eating. It's
just
why
asking.
I had it.
you
Like it's
drink it with the
before
Snickers?
food. No, like I didn't have a primer before, and so I like when I was drinking, I was like, okay, I need to come back to this to
And Russell's
Properly.
13s are barrel proof, right?
Yeah.
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 okay.
I just
So-
was like, this is good, but is it worth between $400 and $700, whatever it is?
Oh, again, it's the rarity.
And
You're
let me
not-
do a
yeah.
correction from last week because this was before we recorded last week before BTAC was announced.
Yeah.
And I came into one of your live streams and thought you had said something about maybe them not doing BTAC this year. I don't know if it was just when I joined in and I just misheard, but they're doing BTAC and they're actually bringing Stag.
Oh yeah,
back
no,
into
that
it.
was not last week, the week before, because it's a late announcement
Yeah,
for
yeah,
BTAC,
yeah.
judging on other
Yeah.
years. So,
So it's fucking
I
October
think-
already.
Yeah,
I said that. I said it was-
and I think people, because of the absence of Stag last year, they're like, maybe there's a problem with the whole lineup.
So
this
you were
year.
saying that people were maybe thinking
Maybe
that.
thinking
okay.
that, yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I thought I heard something like that.
yeah, and then literally
The day after I said
the
that,
day of the day
They-
of my live stream Wednesday night, the announcement came through.
Yeah.
Stag was back. Stag is almost at a hazmat clip at 138
Yeah.
proof. It's
I saw that.
out there.
and they're supposedly having more of everything this
Yeah,
year.
apparently there's gonna be just like Pappy. There's gonna be more bottles that nobody can get.
Right.
Hey, I'm still going to enter the OHLQ lottery 7 times.
I'll always enter the lottery just to see if I can get one. But
I'm actually
currently
I'm
I'm 0 for 36.
I won last time.
I hope
You
that
did?
everyone saw
Well, or
Will
12.
Will it come through and
So.
Good for you.
who's this?
What? Oh,
Oh, that's mine. Sorry.
I thought, I'm hoping that everyone saw the Will it come through and they're like, what is this? Like, especially with those higher MSRPs, and they're like, nah, I'd be all over that. All over that.
yeah, man, Tyler, I'm really intrigued to find out what that is.
Well, what is?
What we just tasted in this.
I have a guess. Want to hear my guesses?
Yeah, I do.
The nuttiness makes me think it's some kind of Yellowstone because I'm getting a youthful note on it. So I'm going either Yellowstone or possibly a Rebel pick.
Oh,
Because I'm getting that nuttiness and
Okay.
that there's a sharp weediness to it, which I think could be it, but I don't know.
Man, I like some of the Rebels too. Man.
Listen, anytime I get nuttiness, it's hard not to go into like either a Heaven Hill or a Beam type product.
Heaven Hill, I kind of gravitate towards that way with like some nuttiness.
I do get nuttiness sometimes with Wild Turkey too.
Yeah,
which can
100%.
Yeah, I do.
which could come up too. So
yeah, that's something on our trip. I'm gonna really try and find a Kentucky Spirit. I love those. I'm hoping we can stop at the pop-up store.
Yep.
Yeah, Kentucky Spirits I think are highly underrated, but the problem is that you just don't. They're all, you just don't see them often.
Right.
Well, and you know what else is happening is when you do the barrel picks right now with Russells or Wild Turkey, they're trying to steer you away from the Kentucky Spirits. So,
Why?
Well, that's surprising because we got 2 of them.
no, I know. And
But
so
one was by accident though.
Are they still coming out, or have those released?
Oh no, we don't know when we're going to see those.
Oh, but so they haven't came out yet.
No.
Oh, fuck, even better for me.
they haven't come out. They haven't come out yet
They
either.
haven't come out yet. So
Grammar Nazi, and
go.
you say they haven't came out.
Yeah, I know. I'm
It's
just
like amateur hour in here.
amateur hour.
It's like you've been hanging out with Tyler way too long.
We did want to ask you, like, I don't know that we wanted to ask you.
He's like, I wanted to ask you.
He throws us under the bus with them before he
we
asks
had
this
our
question.
suspicions,
Yeah.
not about your sexuality, but about
What is
what
happening?
I don't know
what you plan
Tyler's
on
trying to be
looking
funny.
for in Kentucky. Like, is there something?
I think he's looking for camaraderie and just a good time.
I mean,
Snuggle buddy.
Yeah, nothing specific. Honestly, in all honesty, it's not really about the bottles. I rather
the people you drink.
I just want to hang out with you guys. Honestly, just have a nice weekend with some.
And what did I say?
I need some bro time.
When we talked about this, that's
Needed.
exactly
Yep.
what I said.
I needed some bro time. But if there was a bottle or two that I'd hope to run into, maybe.
Yeah.
I still haven't found Knob Creek 18. That'd be kind of cool to get.
oh yeah, that'd be a good one.
And I love good distillery picks. If there happens to be a good pick,
Right.
those are always great to get.
To be fair,
I'm actually looking for bottles to give away for my St. Jude
cool.
fundraiser at the end of the year.
Nice.
See, look at him
good
going.
idea.
Look at him going up here.
Yeah,
He's looking for stuff to give away.
We're the freaking scumbags that are just like, give me that bottle.
I mean,
he's
honestly,
looking to give them away.
Honestly, if I found a BTAC somewhere, if we were lucky enough to find one in a store, even if it was a stupid amount of money, I might get it for the St. Jude thing, just to raise some money.
to raise some money.
To raise
That's a
money
good
for
idea.
it.
Yeah.
I'd probably buy it because I'll never see it again.
I will say that.
Well, don't expect to see it anyway.
You know what would happen for Tyler is he would buy a BTAC, he'd spend $1,000 on it, then he'd win the BTAC lottery with the OHLQ for $100.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I will say that every time we've gone down there so far, and I don't want to jinx it, but every time we've gone down there, we've been pretty fortunate that we found some good releases that weekend. So, whether it's Woodford or whether it's Wild Turkey with the Master's Keep, whether it's whatever, we've generally found some good stuff when we go down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like from the distilleries in their gift shops, not at liquor stores.
Yes.
Okay.
And so we've been fortunate that
like
way.
you said, there's special releases, but then they also are just they're distillery only releases that
Some
aren't
of
like
them, yeah.
special.
That's
you
what
know?
really I enjoy going when
Me
I go
too.
to Kentucky. That's what I look for.
That's the one-
You can't bottle hunt in Kentucky. It's almost impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People follow trucks.
And it's
They have their
secondary
honey
and-
holes. It's
yeah.
secondary prices. I rather go
Unless
to
you go to
distillery
Costco
and-
and get lucky at Costco.
Yeah, but I rather go to a distillery and get a good
That's-
experience and
Yep.
see if they have a good distillery pick. Go
That's
to
one
Heaven
thing I like
Hill.
about Lux Row. That's one thing I like about Maker's Mark. They tend to have those
Yeah.
picks. And then the other thing, too, is Buffalo Trace never does that. I wish they would have stuff like that once in a while.
Yes.
A distillery pick that
Dude,
they
it'd
would.
be it'd be a fucking nightmare.
Why, it
apparently,
would be, it would be.
apparently, like 2 weeks ago, there was like 2,000 people in line to get Colonel
shit.
Taylor.
What the fuck?
There was a ridiculous amount of people in line just to get Colonel Taylor and
It's like a fucking amusement park.
Ridiculous.
Like a regular E.H. Taylor small
An
batch?
E.H. Taylor small batch.
Okay.
Was-
When you
we
called
were-
it Colonel Taylor, I was like, was there a release I didn't know about?
No, like
it wasn't like
ridiculous,
Warehouse C or something
No,
like
it's
that.
probably, I don't think they ever do that at the distillery.
Warehouse C, I got to finally taste not that long ago. What a fucking mockery of a bourbon that is.
Not worth the hype.
The
Not worth the
Tornado
hype.
Survivor is a good one, though, right? That's actually good, right?
The Tornado Survivor was my second favorite. So another channel called Lifetime Whiskey. They're Julian and Dan. They're amazing. They're in Florida. They have a good amount. They've been lucky enough to get a good amount of all the special Colonel Taylors. They sent me a blind flight of a couples that I never had. So they had Amaranth of the Gods in there, which I had tried before, but it was like when I was drinking a bunch of stuff. They had the Seasoned Oak, which I'd never had. They had the Tornado. They had Warehouse C. and there was and the 4-grain.
Oh, yeah.
So I think the 4-grain actually came third for me, which I was surprised. The Amaranth came second, and the first, Seasoned Wood.
Really?
That was my favorite. Tornado was up there. Tornado had like a real nice dusty note to it, which I thought was really nice. But dead last, not even close. That didn't even belong in the conversation. Was that fucking Warehouse C?
Yeah.
Wow.
That thing was a mockery of it. Like that was just like.
So that was just a gimmick.
Here's some Colonel Taylor.
Just a gimmick.
We already age it.
There's some leftover that we couldn't figure out how to put into the blend.
Here's some Eagle Rare in a fucking turquoise bottle. Have at it.
Yeah. In a turquoise bottle.
Yeah.
That's funny. So the nose, I just brought out the second one.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you guys get on the nose for this one? I think I like the nose on this one a little bit better.
I like the nose a lot on this one.
Yeah, this is nice.
It's definitely more pronounced. Yeah, I was going to say like a
buttery
butterscotch
coffee.
or something.
Yeah.
Great
Hey,
nose.
buddy.
Great nose.
He's like, oh, there's someone new down here.
I love
I'm going to go say hi.
I didn't really think about it until halfway through our trip last year, but I really want to get Christmas ornaments from every distillery.
I did that not last year, I guess the year
Yeah.
prior. I got
grabbed
a
a
few.
few.
I should probably do the same
Yeah.
now that I have that new tree that goes up by the bar
Man,
cart.
that is a sweet, easy sipper.
Yeah. I wish the finish had a little more viscosity to it and lasted a little longer, but I do like it a lot. It's an easy drinker, like you said.
Yeah.
I just
That's
wish.
great.
I'm gonna call this Phil Collins. This is an easy lover.
It's got a little. To me, it's got a little.
There's
I don't
not
know
enough
if
going on.
nuttiness.
There's not enough
No.
going on the palate for me on this.
There's not. You said just an
finishes
easy
quick.
sip.
I wish it had more
It's thin,
viscosity.
it's quick. This
It
is like-
thin.
What's interesting to me is I'm getting some dustiness in the finish.
Really?
Yeah, like
The finish to me is the most interesting part.
Yeah.
Front and mid palate, I'm not really getting much.
Yeah, it passes past the front. Passes past
What
the
is
front.
this? What is
very
this? A Weller?
Honestly,
It could be a weeded.
special reserve.
It drinks like a weeder,
Yeah.
but it could just
Yeah.
be a low proof something.
Sure.
Not really.
It does
sure.
taste lower proof. I agree.
I have a feeling
It's
somehow.
got Weller sweetness to it, and it drinks like a Weller,
I
but I'm
feel-
not sure.
I feel like he has 1792 sweet wheat in here somewhere. I feel like that's going to be one of the bottles, but I could be wrong.
No, sweet wheat doesn't even have this type of finish.
No,
on it.
no, no. I don't think this is it. I'm just saying because now that I'm thinking
If he has sweet wheat in here, I think I'll know what it is because it tastes like bourbon water.
water.
It's got no proof.
It's got nothing. Sweet wheat has nothing, like on the palate, nothing.
I
going
remember
on.
not loving
the
it when
bottle-
you brought it on.
I've had it
very
twice, and I
banana-
remember one time not liking it all, and the
Yeah.
second time thinking it was okay.
Yeah. To me, it's got a very was it banana note forward?
The sweet wheat, you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That I really banana nut bread, but
right.
it really lacked a proof.
I
Remember-
see what you're saying about this, though. It does kind of. There's really nothing until it hits the back of the tongue,
Yeah,
and then it starts to kind of bloom a little bit into
a little bit. You get a little
little bit.
spice. You get
And
a
there's-
little of the sweet,
But the finish, I say that, but the finish is still kind of short.
it's still blunt,
Yeah,
and the front and the mid palate are super quick.
yeah. I'm gonna go. 2-3 on this one.
Yeah,
Go down a little bit.
Oh wow, you went down from the other one.
Yeah.
You can give me a 2-3 on this one too. I was not a fan. It's just too fast.
I like this better than the other one, so I'm going to go 2.7.
Yeah, you gave it 2.5 last time.
Yeah, so I'll go
2.7.
2.7.
Okay.
I think the flavors might be more pleasing. I see why you would like it more.
I like the nose
But
more.
I need it more on the palate.
A little more of a
than
punch.
The first
the
first
flavor.
one had more flavor, even though it was like a little disjointed.
Yeah.
It had more going on.
It's like the bus went all the way around Flavor Town and went straight to Finish Town.
I'm gonna go up on this as well to just slightly to a
With
3.0.
Guy Fieri's in the house.
Yeah, I was doing that on purpose. That was my goal. All right. So all in all, I think we have we're split on this one. 2 went up, 2 went down.
Yep.
All right. So Jason, you've been busy doing some barrel picks, right, for the Mash and Journey Barrel Club?
Yeah, I've been traveling. The latest adventure was brought us to Iowa. Over at Cedar Ridge.
Okay.
And
So I'm
what
gonna-
was in Iowa? Are you allowed to say?
Yeah, Cedar
Okay.
Cedar Ridge Distilling Company, which is literally in the middle of nowhere, and there's just, if you've ever driven to Iowa, it's long straight roads with just cornfields everywhere. There's nothing to see except corn.
Yeah, Tony.
You guys drove out there?
Yeah.
I flew to Chicago and then we drove from there.
Okay.
Because it was about 3.5 hours. So then we got there, and so I'm about to blow your mind right now because I learned something new, when I was there that I did not know happened in distilling. Have you guys ever heard of off-grain distilling?
Off grain, no.
Off-grain. So, all right, here we go. Pull up a chair. It's time for Professor of Distilling. I'm okay. So here we go. So when you distill, you obviously, when you put everything in your cooker, all the grain cooks. I'm sorry, when it's fermenting, all the grain ferments. Add the yeast, changes, alcohol converts. 2, 3, 4 days, whatever your fermentation length is, right? You put that. Usually that whole thing goes through the still.
Yeah.
Right? And then, the plates in there break up the grain. They divide everything. It goes through the doubler, all that stuff. What off-grain distilling does is before it gets to the still, they shoot the fermented mash. I don't even know what it's called. It's basically like a machine. And picture a huge loaf of bread when there's like different slices in between. Okay? It's the best way I could describe it. They shoot the fermented mash through this large loaf of bread looking thing, and it basically squeezes all the liquid out of the grain.
So like an apple cider press.
Kind of. That's a kind of a good way to put it. So at the bottom, all you're left with is literally like a dry oatmeal or a dry think of like a granola bar, like type thing. And then whatever is squeezed out is what goes through the still and not with the grain. So it's called off-still distilling.
Off-grain?
I'm sorry, off-grain distilling.
What is the
The advantage?
The advantage
or
is
the mindset of doing it that way?
The advantage is when you squeeze that much liquid out of the grain, because so much of that gets left behind when you shoot everything through the still.
Some of it stays attached to the...
Yeah, so you actually get more volume through the still.
Interesting.
And you also get less of a chance of having that grainy, youthful profile, which is why Cedar Ridge, we tried their 3-4-year-old stuff.
Tasted older.
This stuff tasted like it was 6, 7, 8 years old.
Really?
It was incredible. So we picked the first cask strength double oaked will be ours that they've released a double oaked, but it's been proofed down. We're getting a cask strength variant.
Did you try their maple barrel?
Yeah, we did try that one.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it was good.
Okay.
It was sweet, but it was good.
There's a lot of people that in Chicago, that's what they're like, oh, have you tried this? Have you tried this?
Yeah.
And through you, I had heard of the distillery, but I was like, it's got to be so sweet to be finished in a maple barrel or maple syrup barrel.
Most maple syrup barrels are going to be sweet, but you got to remember that's the trend now. They're trying these sweeter variants to get people in the door to try their stuff. Yeah. And then you need... in today's market, you got to have something for the bourbon curious and the bourbon enthusiast.
Right.
So I think that's where Cedar Ridge is. They're starting to get more into a bourbon enthusiast type offering where they have more cask strength.
Sure.
They have more interesting stuff like that. They have the blends. They have the sweet finishes. But their stuff that we got to try was absolutely... We were super impressed when we left there.
Very nice.
We couldn't believe it. So that was a fun trip.
So what are the drawbacks of doing that process?
Of off-grain distilling?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, he just kind of talked about really the pluses. He didn't really get into any minuses. Yeah. I'm not a distiller, so I don't really know the pros and cons. But
I'd be curious of why don't a lot
I'm sure there are some that feel like it's better with the grain than without. Sure. I think it's probably just it's a process.
Yeah. Okay.
How you like to kind of do things. But
I think of a tea bag. Like if you guys ever make tea, they say you shouldn't squeeze the tea bag. I know what you guys are all thinking right now.
Dude, are you 41?
You don't ever drink tea?
No.
Were you just chugging fucking Mountain Dew every night? Like a fucking...
Yeah, just...
I have tea every now and again. I like a good tea.
Yeah, I like tea. It's not fucking cheap.
I take
brisk tea or whatever that is.
I take a tea before bed. It's a...
You ever do sleepy time tea or anything, or a chamomile
tea? It is,
tea?
actually, but it's got CBD in it as well.
Oh, yeah, it's good shit. But anyway, you're not supposed to squeeze your tea bag, right? Because they say it puts a bunch... I know, right?
Especially after a vasectomy.
Dry.
No, it's painful.
I think they're all painful.
No. Ever since my vasectomy, my tea bag is much more sensitive than it's ever been. And if the wind blows correctly, I can get nauseous. It's bad. It'll double me over, and I'll be like, it's horrible.
Interesting.
It never was fun before, but now it's even worse. And
maybe they crossed wires.
So you got a vasectomy?
Yeah.
How was that?
God, I love where this is going.
It was exciting.
Are you thinking about it?
It was pleasant. I don't know.
I don't know.
So I've got a story.
Here we go.
And then I'll go get the third.
I mean, this way I can't get anyone else pregnant. So
I like how you said anyone else.
Well, I mean, that's why Jillian keeps coming back.
I
to
know.
me.
She wants another one.
Right. She does. She's like, well, I do, but not yours.
Yeah.
So anyway, I went for my vasectomy after I had Brylan. It was a few months after he was born. Everything, we'd make sure everything was okay and everything, and take my wife with me to the appointment for the pre-op appointment,
The consult.
and the consult, sure. And I'm 30, maybe 31 at the time, I think, something like that. Maybe 30. And so we go in. The doctor is of another ethnicity, which, whatever, that's fine. Doesn't bother me. And we went there, and he's talking to me and has, oh, yeah, bring your wife in, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, well, sure, whatever. So, I mean, she's seen me naked, so if that's where it goes, then she's going to see that too. It's no big deal. And we go in there, he's consulting, we're talking, and it seems like everything's okay. He has me drop my shorts, and he does the, manipulation of the tea bag.
Of the scrotal sac.
Just to make sure that, yes, thank you, Nurse Brett, for being...
It's just a scrotum, but scrotal sac's fun to say.
It is fun to say. I like tea bag better. But anyway, so he's done manipulating and examining the tea bag physically. And he's like, okay, I need you to stand up and face away so I can give you your prostate exam.
Oh,
And I'm like,
I didn't sign up for that.
right. So I get up, turn to bend over the thing, and
You felt his hands on your shoulders?
making eye contact with my wife.
She's like,
She's right there.
What's the big deal? It's like your Friday nights.
So I'm complete eye contact with my wife as another man is inserting his fingers into my checking my prostate. So that was an interesting.
Did you tell her to take notes?
That was an interesting
So
appointment.
how hard was it for you not to laugh?
Well,
Or were you more embarrassed?
How funny
both
would
of
it
our
have been
eyes were
if you
like,
did that?
Yeah,
honestly,
you're wide-eyed.
like, they were both like Scooby Doo eyes. Like,
is this happening right now?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so like I'm being violated in front of my wife.
How funny would it have been if you turned around, like you pulled your pants down or they're already down, and he just slaps your ass. He's like, I'm just kidding. And just, you're good to go. Like,
Have you seen the meme where it's the doctor talking to the guy getting his prostate exam? He's like, hey, John, try not to get an erection. And he's like, my name's not John. And he goes, no, I know mine is.
Oh, that's good.
Oh,
But anyway,
all right.
but no, so that was. So then I've talked to other people since then who have gotten vasectomies. None of them got a prostate exam. None of them.
What if Trina slipped that in there like,
Hey, can you give him a prostate exam?
he's getting old as fuck. Put it out there.
No, but like the people I've known that have gotten vasectomies have gotten them at a later age than me. None of them that I've talked to got a prostate exam. So
31
I
is
feel
not the age that you would need
Right.
a prostate exam. And even if then it's blood work, you do like a PSA.
right, but it was
Wait, you
before
were
the
30? You were 31 when you got it?
maybe 30, but
Oh, that was a long time ago.
but that's what I mean. Like, right now, back then, maybe they did it differently. Dick, but
He had
no,
that big like monocle. Like
it was just weird to me because like I've like other people I know 35 36 got theirs then, not even a prostate exam then. I just thought maybe it was something to do with the fact you're getting a vasectomy.
I think you were violated. You're a victim.
It's like the episode of Friends when he goes to get fitted for suit pants.
yes, that's good. That's good too.
Right.
You mean that's not how they do pants?
Yes, in prison. I want to go get the third.
All right, a third pour coming in hot.
All right. Speak amongst yourselves.
Yes. Yeah. So you guys get any? I always like to ask any good bottle pickups lately.
no, man, I haven't bought shit lately.
You guys are still saving up for the trip, aren't you?
No, honestly, I save up for like picks from clubs because I'm in yours and Bourbon Enthusiast both, and the last couple that you've had that I wanted, I need to up my my tiering. To be honest with you,
Which
is what I
ones
need
you
to
miss?
do.
What you miss out on?
I did get your Penelope toasted barrel. I grabbed that one. I didn't get the four roses went super
Four
fast.
Roses was
Yeah, I knew that
impossible,
wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
What else did you have that it went quick? That I'm
Two
trying.
Barrel Kings we did one quick.
Yeah.
The ones we had here.
trying to remember. There was something else I thought
the
you
Jack
had.
The Jack Daniels.
That might have been one that I was thinking
Yeah.
about doing, and those went quick.
I thought about that so fucking
Yeah.
hard, and I only didn't get it because like the day before I mistakenly got something else.
Yeah.
and then you released that, and I was like, son of a bitch.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to say this, but I'm only hanging on to my Bourbon Enthusiast because he has a couple Russell's picks coming out.
Yeah.
And I want to snag those, and then I think I'm probably going to cancel that and then up my tier in yours.
Faux show.
So
And I just
you kind of did the same, I think.
Well, yeah, I mean, I originally thought I had a lot of house stuff to kind of chill out on.
Well, that's generally what poor people say. I'm going to do both.
Yeah. So I got the Russell's 13.
You do
That's
a
awesome.
lot of Razzes.
Yeah, I do a lot of
You
Razzes.
won that on a Raz?
$33.
Don't ask him how many
That was
Razzes
shipping
he lost
included.
before he won that one.
So the only reason I played that is because typically now, like, I only play them for like higher endish bottles,
Right.
and like there was like a Stag Senior in there the other day, and it was like $90, something like that.
Oh,
It
I
was
like
just,
this nose.
silly.
Me too.
But the last one that I had lost before I took a long break was like $130 Raz.
Damn.
And
What
I
was that
like,
for?
I forget. I honestly forget.
$130
Maybe like
an
one
entry?
of the maybe like an older birthday bourbon, like a 2016 birthday bourbon or something like that.
Did you say $130?
Yes?
Per entry.
Yes.
Does
So
Jillian
you
listen?
And I was
entered
like,
in-
For what?
for one entry, it was like an older birthday bourbon.
Oh, an older
like an
birthday
old, like
I
like 5-6 years ago.
Oh, okay.
The
And
nose
I
on
think
this
that
is
was it. But
great.
I had lost like
I love
I had
this
lost
nose.
like a bunch up into then that were like $30, $20, $25. So honestly, with razzing, by the time you get done with it, you could buy the bottle
But
that you
there's-
wanted to play.
There's a fun aspect to like the gambling
Sure.
and all that.
Sure. And I have a
Something about the
Four
nose on this one.
Roses.
I love this nose. You don't?
I'm not sure that I. There's
Oh,
something
man.
about the nose I can't put my finger on that I'm not liking.
Really?
It just smells like it would be viscous to me. Just like
It's not.
you tasted it already.
I do like the nose has a little bit of nail polish to it.
That's what I'm getting
Yeah.
at. Nail polish.
Nail
That's
polish.
it.
There's a little nail polish to it, but there's also a sweetness,
What is
like
it,
a green apple.
acetate?
Acetone.
Acetone.
There's a little green apple that it's also like, I don't like it. I like it.
There's one whiskey I associate with acetone, and that's Old Forester.
But there's generally, to me, the banana overcomes it every time.
Yep.
Is it always just on the nose or nose and palate?
But it's usually on the higher age stuff.
Okay.
It's not so much the younger stuff.
Yeah, the stuff like the president choice and stuff like that.
President's Choice. Some of the birthday bourbons I've gotten acetone.
All right, I'm going to dive into this.
Is there?
I need to get past the
Picking
nose.
up a little dickle on here.
That might be why I smell acetone.
A lickle dickle tickle.
Man, this falls flat for me too.
You know what?
This is flat.
I think I get almost that like medicine cabinet kind of
There's a minerality to it.
mineral. Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
good word.
Which makes me think maybe it's like
you've added ality to two words today. Medicinality.
minerality. I know is real. Medicinality. I think I'll have to check with the nurse over here to see if that's a real.
I think it's just medicinal.
But I think you're right.
He's like, your submission to Webster's Dictionary is wrong.
It has been
Denied.
declined.
Maybe it's a barrel bourbon blend, which uses usually.
Dude, you would have liked my
Tennessee whiskey
tasting way better than this, I feel.
Yeah.
No offense, Tyler, but these are falling flat, dude. You have
Hey.
a great collection.
Jason.
I think you'll be surprised.
I might be.
I think you'll be surprised.
I mean, he's got a palate like he
I-
likes that toffee butterscotch.
I think that my winner is going to win the whole thing.
There's a possibility.
I do think
Yeah.
that.
There's
You
a
gotta-
possibility that
listen,
it'll beat
whatever
the Old
it is.
Forester Signature 100. There's a possibility.
you got to take out my 2 years still Austin. Who knows what could happen?
and the Old Forester 100.
Yep.
That's the
If
dark
Old
horse in
Forester,
every
if it
wine.
wins this whole thing, then I'm going to riot and just flip a table.
No, you're not. You're going to just go
wherever
out and
we-
buy
no.
5 bottles of
No,
it
I'm
because
just-
that's all we need.
I'm just going to flip a table
because
wherever
it wins
I am.
everything.
No.
It does win.
It
everything.
wins everything. I'm not kidding, man. It wins every blind we've done. It's won every competition we've done, and it's just crazy. Like it's at a point now where we've told people they're not allowed to submit
Yeah.
it.
Now I am getting that acetone smell now. Like the very, very first smell, I didn't at all.
I don't
Now
know if
that's
I
like
that.
it's hit my palate. I
You
get
own
that.
this bottle though. Why are you bringing us shit you don't like? I don't understand this.
He's making room for our trip.
That's his theme. Is shit I don't like.
Shit I want to get rid of.
Yeah.
That's my theme.
Shit that's been on my shelves for too long.
Yeah.
It's growing on me with each drink, but not by much.
I don't know that I rotate through everything quick enough to be able to be like, hey.
Because you pretty much drink and stick with a bottle for a minute, right?
No. I have
I
a
thought
rule
you did.
that
I thought you open it and then you like
No.
it, but you.
You're right in the sense that I usually will kill the first quarter to a third, and then I
it just
move on.
kinda
Aside
disappears.
from the nose being different, the palate is so like flavor neutral.
Yeah.
There's just nothing going
Yeah, I
on.
know.
Like it's sweet, it's kind of vanilla, it's a little mineral, it's a whiskey.
You know what would be funny is if you threw Old Forester 100 in here and then
Oh God.
just to be a dick.
That would be fucking great. I don't have Old Forester 100.
You don't.
Nope.
I think honestly, hey, this isn't really a hot take. This is just a dude editorial. If you don't have Old Forester 100 on your shelf,
Oh yeah, I agree. You should get it.
then you're wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should be there.
You're just wrong.
It should be there. I mean, honestly. I mean, minus like Jason who has shit sent to him all the time. Like Old Forester 100 it's a $20-some bottle of bourbon.
That's
and if you're
unreal.
looking for something that you can drink neat, add it to drinks or cocktails, or you can throw some ice in it, it's very, very versatile. It's a great
Agree.
it's a great bourbon, and there's no one bourbon enthusiast. It's almost like what we said about Elijah Craig. If they are a bourbon enthusiast, if they don't know anything about bourbon, they're not going to be offended by this. They can
Yeah.
find a way to drink it, and
Yeah.
if you took it to a party with Old Forester Signature 100 and it's a bunch of bourbon enthusiasts, no one's going to bat an eye. They're going to be like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah. I feel that way about EC Small Batch. Like I feel like it's very good. It's a 7 to 8 year old.
Yeah, I mean,
Bourbon.
unless their palate is just like, "Ugh, I hate Old Forester," they're not going to be upset by it. All right, I hate to do this,
I know I'm so.
and this
on
is
the
why I
fence with
generally
this.
start at 3, Tyler, but I'm going to go a little lower again. I'm going to go 2-1 on this one.
Ooh.
Brett,
I'm gonna go 2-6.
I'm going to go 2-6 as well.
Mine are all so close together.
What were my first two?
2-8, 2-3.
1-2. No.
I did not choose some great
I'll
bourbons
give us a
this time.
2-2. I guess I'm not.
So
digging
you and
this
I
at
are
all.
both going lower on this
It's
one.
just.
It's just not.
I know
It's
what it
just
is.
not. It's not memorable. That's
Not at all.
That's the thing for me. I think.
There's nothing going on.
But you know
in
what,
this
though,
bourbon.
Tyler? I mean, we only have up to go for this next one. I hope.
I think the last one
I
is going to
hope.
be it, guys. Hopefully, the last one he whipped out something good that he fucking razzed. If we get another fucking bottom shelfer, I'm gonna
It'll be
fucking flip a chair on you.
Right. Yeah, I came for this.
I came for good bourbon, and this is like a fun
So,
blind.
I don't know if I told you this, but I think I am going to do that Single Oak project as my
That Secret Santa.
Secret Santa.
I was gonna say I would love to be able to get in on
Interesting.
one.
You could
I'll see if I
probably
can
get
do
that
it.
in a higher tier and end up getting something nice for that.
Yeah,
That's how I feel.
I asked someone recently, and they said they've gone from anywhere from like 250 to 350, depending on which one. But there's 170 barrels. Like, how do you pick
168.
168? Like, whatever it is.
I think it really is
I think
168.
it's something
Yeah.
like that.
But like, how do you put a value on a specific barrel? Like,
That's
when
a
there's
collector's
so
item.
many?
I think there's probably someone out there trying to get every one of those.
Sure.
Or there's probably multiple people, obviously, trying to
But
get
I
every
feel
one
like
of those.
if I
I have
put
a
that in there,
feeling-
and it's a pint, like I will get something way better in return.
Yeah,
I
it's a
think, at that price.
375.
And when is you might know this? They supposedly from that experiment, they came up with a weeder.
They picked one. It was like
I thought they
barrel
picked
number
two. I thought they
60
picked a
something.
weeder and a rye based
Maybe.
that they were going to then make as part of their regular offerings.
Which distillery?
Buffalo Trace
Trace.
with their oak experiment.
The oak
I
experiment.
thought the
yeah.
oak was the barrel was the only thing that changed. I thought the juice inside was.
By the way, that was
no,
a-
no, no. They had wheat versions and they had rye versions.
That was
Okay.
a long ass time ago.
Not rye whiskey,
Yeah.
but rye
Yeah.
bourbons.
I mean, yeah, I mean, the last thing I had heard was that a lot of the experimental versions that come out do end up being not regular releases, but they are released in some facet. Which ones those are, I have no idea. Or
Yeah.
if they have done that, I have no idea. But some of the most of the single oak projects that I've had have been, okay, but they're meant to be projects. You're not really sure what you're going to get.
Yeah.
But somebody sent me one or sent me a sample of one that they thought was incredible. And it was rated as one of the top ones in that entire single oak project lineup. And it was really good. I'm like, man, if they need to do something with this.
They told us that it might be just one, but there's at least one that they're going to make as one of their standard
that's what they
offerings.
said.
They were going to use that method and make it one of their standard offerings. That mash bill mixed with that oak profile.
Sure. I mean, that would be nice. I just feel like I could get something way better,
I'm with you. That's why I have two, when they're obviously different batches, but I would like
And
to
one of ours
unload.
overlap, right? Or did we
Yes.
both get the same ones?
No, they're one overlap.
Were there 4 that day?
I thought
3, I thought.
maybe, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
we
forget.
got lucky, and we went into the gift shop before our tasting, bought stuff. This was before they were scanning IDs.
Yes.
And then we went up and did our tasting, came back down, and so like some of us bought 2 bottles when
Nice.
you were limited to
Yeah.
one
Yeah,
or the
yeah.
other.
It was like $45 for the.
No, they were like
70.
65 or 70.
They were
I
like,
thought they were
expensive.
$45.
No,
because I was like 70 for a 375, and
Yeah,
I did
they
2
were
of them.
expensive.
Yeah.
And I was kind of
That's
like,
why you didn't get
eh.
2, because they were expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, $45 for a pint is fucking expensive.
No, these were like
These
70.
were expensive.
I'm
man.
serious.
These were expensive.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because,
All right.
All right, number 4.
Hopefully this last one does something here. Because
Numero D.
I don't know.
know.
The first 3 have been underwhelming.
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
I don't know
like,
what
I can't.
poured.
I can't really put the.
Doesn't even know what he poured. This
I don't
guy.
know that I could put a
Unbelievable.
profile to what I've had. So I don't know what's. I don't know what's left.
I'm sticking with the format that these are all bourbons he wanted to kill and give us the rest of
No.
this shit.
I think you guys will all be very disappointed.
I love it.
I think you'll be
Hey, he
very
calls it like
disappointed.
he sees it. That's what I
Hey,
respect about Tyler.
At least you're honest.
At least
Brett,
you're honest.
If I end up staying in this house, though, I do want to do a shed for sure. Like I'll do a slab,
Yeah.
I'll pour a slab, and then do a shed. But it will be like a nice,
You're
like,
gonna build a
Like a
she
he
shed
shed.
or a he shed?
He shed.
A he shed.
it'll be like a hutting shed. Like I'll be able to do everything in that bitch.
Are you going to be able to shit in this
It's gonna
shed?
be a second. It's gonna be a second house that I can get away.
Dig a
Are you
hole.
going to have a bucket or an actual toilet?
That one has decent color.
Huh?
What'd
What?
you do?
What?
Did you fuck this up, dude?
I didn't fuck anything up. I just thought of something that we could have done. If you wouldn't have taken the winner home last week, I could have sent him home with the vials as he watched or listened to the show. He could have
he
drank
could-
them
yeah.
himself. Because we have the other 4 back there. He did 5. You could have listened and drank with us and then given us your ratings, and we could have.
Wait, so how many samples did you do total?
I did 5,
five.
just because there were a couple
So
things
you
I
have,
wanted
so you
to put
have
in
4
there.
of them here?
I have 4 of
Yeah.
them here.
All right, so give me the 4
I will.
that
The
you
one
had.
is so bad. I want to just say
It's
it. It's so
fine.
bad.
Don't do any of that.
Don't tell me.
I'm not telling you which one.
But everyone's palate's different.
But I'm
so-
I'll once I hear the winner, I'll compare it to the other 4, and I'll see how
Okay.
it stacks up for me.
Yeah.
Let's see
just-
if I agree with you guys.
I hate that you're not going to get to taste the winner, but I am glad
Well,
you
he
get to try
will
this.
for
I
the
will
finals.
eventually. Yes,
He
you
will
will.
for the
do
finals.
do I have the winner?
You don't.
No,
I don't.
no.
It is next to impossible for you to have the
Oh God, that's scary.
winner. It is.
Our winner is something that it's next to impossible for you to
No,
have.
it is. It is impossible for him to have. Technically, it's impossible.
Why?
God. Is it a blend special?
It is.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Is it? Oh shit. Okay.
Yep.
I know you've been working with blends. I didn't think you'd put in the blind, but I like it. Mm-hmm. I like your style.
It
Okay.
pissed me off too because it was so good.
I love the nose on this, and I think I know what this is.
Oh, well, don't
I need
you,
a reset.
Didn't you pour them?
Old Forester 100.
I'm not understanding Tyler when he says.
I know. I think I know what
I
this
think
is.
I know what this is, and I'm really digging it. I'm not sure what this is, but you might be disappointed.
This is the one that I really like.
Joke's on you, I blinded myself.
You're like, I let my son just pour my samples out without knowing what it was.
My wife poured him and took a picture. I have no idea what we're drinking
Yes.
right now.
All right, yeah. So far, this is the best nose of the 4. So
Yeah,
far.
that's a
This-
great nose.
This has some good shit going on.
This tastes like banana nut bread.
You taste it already?
This is 1792 sweet wheat. Just kidding.
Man, what did we had something not too long ago that was just like banana nut bread. Was it your
It's
plate?
not
There's been
sweet
a few
wheat, but I
things we've
did
had
look
that-
at it and
Oh,
I was
man,
like,
something was so good.
It might have been one of the older Old Forester birthdays that he let us drink.
Oh, now we're talking.
Have you had any of 1792's higher end offerings? their port finish, their rye.
Oh,
the
this is
12
good.
year.
I've had the high rye.
Easy winner here
I have a bottle of the 12 year.
for me.
And the 12 year, I think we thought we were like, for a
12
12
year was
year.
okay.
Good
Yeah, it was
finish.
like,
Yeah.
Port
It's all
finish,
parts
I
of
got
the
a
tongue.
sample, but I got that a while
Good
back. I don't
viscosity,
remember if I
good
like that.
proof. Yeah, good proof, good viscosity.
Good viscosity. This is easily
It hits every part of the
best.
tongue.
Yeah, easy winner for me right
Yeah,
here.
winner.
this easily goes. What's my highest ranking so far? 2.5. This easily goes a 2.5.
This might get like a 5 for me because everything's been so bad.
This easily goes to a 2.51.
Either 251, yeah.
it's got a nice proof on it, too.
Yeah,
Good
agree.
proof,
Yeah.
good spice. This has, yeah. I don't know if it's just like coming off of these that it's so good, but this is definitely the best one of the.
You know what
Easy-
actually
for
happened?
easy winner for me.
You know what actually happened, right? He realized that he was about to bottle kill the ones he selected, so he mixed them all with water.
Yeah,
So they were
Yeah.
like all barrel
All
proofs, and he
flat.
proofed them down to 90.
Again, I'm surprised on the proofs, too.
I'm surprised at how shitty this has been so far until this one.
You're going to be disappointed.
This is real candy rich. This is nice.
I like this. I do.
This is
Yeah.
four. This is 4 rosy to me, like a good 4 rosy.
This has a good viscosity. It's like coating my tongue.
Yeah, this tastes like
long
a Four Roses.
finish.
It's spicy. It's
Yeah.
buttery. It's
Yeah.
sweet. It's
It's like a almost like some age to it, like 10 years or so,
Yeah.
and it's.
I mean, it's got.
This
a nice,
is not bad.
It does have
This
good
is
color.
good.
Agree.
What do you guys get on the nose?
If this is what I think it is, I'm very disappointed that this is going to win.
Why? Because you have to provide us with more of it.
Yes. And I think that would kill the bottle.
Yeah, this is
Oh,
easily
fuck.
the best one.
Just do super small one then.
It could.
Just do that,
Could.
or just
Just-
forfeit the competition.
Or just kill the bottle and then we enjoy it. For
It
our
doesn't
last-
have. It
that's
doesn't.
what-
It doesn't have
Yeah.
like that quintessential Four Roses. Four Roses to me has a very distinct finish to it.
Yeah.
I'm not really getting it on this, so I'm not sure if it's a Four Roses. But man, it's got
It's good though.
on the
It's got
nose.
a lot of the.
On the nose, I mean, it's very caramel heavy to me. I get a lot of caramel. This is like rich brown sugar caramel.
Brown sugar. I get brown sugar.
I do really like that.
Yeah,
That's nice.
And
agree.
I've started to realize that I gravitate towards. There's some other things that are a little off of this profile that I like too, like Old Forester with the banana and stuff like that. But
Good spice.
I tend to like the brown sugar, caramel, and vanilla. I know those are the bourbon, and that's probably why I like most bourbons. But like those are the things that I truly.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, I
just,
know.
You just try to when you try new bottles, you try to find different variations
Yeah,
of that.
yeah.
What's better?
Sure.
What's more?
Sure.
You know, when you get into the higher age ones, you get into more of the molasses, and you get a little bit more of the oak char.
Yeah.
If you like that or not.
I like the molasses, the brown sugar, kind of like the burnt. Speaking of which, that vanilla, like I know that we like to make fun of blends from time to time, but we had, and we haven't talked about this yet on the air, but we were just at a wedding, Tyler and I, on Sunday, and we
congratulations, you guys got married.
Yeah, we did, and we brought 4 bottles of blends. Because
Tyler,
the
cool.
groom really, really, really loves blends. He's not a huge bourbon guy, but he likes. But you know what? Whatever it takes to get someone into bourbon, I don't care.
Did they fight
Yeah,
for the
that's fine.
toppers, or what happened to them?
No. I've got them all back.
They're going to
there.
be on their wedding cake.
So that'd be funny. But no, I mean he likes Blanton's. I think his love of Blanton started with John Wick. He's a huge John Wick fan, and I think that's what started with
That
it.
makes sense.
Yeah, if someone kills your dog, you fuck them up.
Right.
You just go to murderous rampage.
Damn straight you do.
I'm
That's
okay
right,
with
you
it.
do.
If someone
I'm okay
killed
with
my
it.
dog,
okay with
I
it.
would probably do something.
Go John
similar.
Wick, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm
Justifiable.
saying it right now.
Look at Banksy.
But-
Banks is like, thanks, Dad.
I knew you got my back. But no, the first bottle we opened of Blanton's this weekend on Sunday, like it was a vanilla bomb. It was one of the probably top
Yeah.
2 or 3 bottles of Blanton's I've ever had.
Yeah.
It was really good.
That and my first bottle I've ever had of it.
Right, and I was counting that in there. And what's funny is we had 3 more bottles that we killed after that.
And it
None of them
wasn't. No.
none of them lived up to it.
Nope.
So it was like the first one was like, holy shit, this is great.
Well, I was telling you guys, I mean, the good Blanton's barrels that I've had, and it's been a while, but the last one I remember was just like you described, exactly how you described. It was an absolute vanilla bomb. And then I'm like, wow, this is I could see why people going apeshit for Blanton's. Like,
that's what it was.
having this bottle.
Yeah.
But there's just such a deep dive.
It's very few and far between
very
that taste
few
like
far
that.
between that tastes like that. And
Yeah.
I think that has to do with the age, really. I mean, you guys got
That
to
and it's a
remember.
single barrel, and
I'm going to
it's-
say this again. Blanton's is a 4-year-old bourbon. You're buying a bottle and a horsey top.
Yeah.
That's all.
Now it used to be
Go
older,
find something better.
right? I
Good-
mean, it used to be
good
6
marketing
years, right?
is all it
Back
is.
in-
It's
It's
good
the best
marketing.
it's the best marketed bottle on the planet.
But a few
Absolutely.
years ago, it used to be 6 years,
There's
right?
like no marketing
What's
outside
that?
of.
I said a few years ago it used to be 6 years, right? Now
At
it's
one
4.
point, it was 8 years.
Well, and then
it went down
back
to
the
6,
6, and then the 4.
now it's
right?
4.
Yeah.
Jesus.
But you got to remember,
This
they're
was a
trying
2020
they're-
bottle,
I mean,
so-
I give Buffalo Trace credit.
Yeah.
You have to reduce the age statement if you want to keep up with the demand.
production.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Supply
I
versus
mean,
demand.
That's
I
what
get
it is.
Well, and the other reason for that is their rick house for that is smaller.
Yeah.
And it's so limited. They to keep up with the demand, they're going to have to either make another rick house and try to make it identical, or they're going to have to reduce the age statement. And they've reduced the age statement. So
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
there's
what they've
really
done.
not a lot of options.
I tell you, I mean, I still stand when I stand online to get bottles in Ohio. It's still alarming to me the guys that just want a Blanton's.
So let me.
You think
so,
they're
so
flippers,
we,
though,
so
is
we
why?
asked,
It's
we asked
what
about
the
this.
There's definitely
They're
still a lot of
flippers.
flippers.
So Jason, this is our next question. I guessed that you would be on our trip for the camaraderie and just the guy time. You know, that's what most of us are really there for, because we could all just go for a weekend in Kentucky.
Yeah.
But the question came up: if we showed up at Buffalo Trace Friday morning and it's Blanton's, are you buying one?
No.
Okay.
Shoddy.
I said you would. I said you would just because, you know, when you get it at Buffalo Trace, it's like $60.
To gift it.
Now, I'll tell you this. If I didn't have that St. Jude fundraiser coming up, I won't. But if it is there, I will buy one to give
To gift?
away.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Because
But I would
I
not,
assumed a
I would,
gift.
I
like,
would not.
For yourself,
I
you
would
would.
not get it to myself to drink.
Yeah.
I would
know,
just
I
get
know
one,
you have
yeah.
your kitchen collection.
Yes, I have my kitchen collection, which has rife with Blanton's.
Is it already right?
That's the
Okay.
that's the distraction cart.
Right, that's what I mean. So
Yeah.
I didn't know if like you would just get another bottle for that.
No, honestly, I would get the
because
Blanton's
$60.
too.
You've
I
always
would-
said the Blanton's for $60
for
is a reasonable.
60, I think with the
Yeah.
marketing and the kind of like the
Right.
listen, you know, for all the shit I give Blanton's, there's a certain respect that I have for that bottle because of the historical context to it being. I mean, you could arguably say it was the first single barrel ever. That's up for debate, but in the annals of bourbon history, that's supposedly what it was, the first single barrel bourbon. So I have a lot of respect for that. And I also have respect for Elmer T. Lee, who helped create
single
it.
barrel commercial.
Single barrel
bourbon.
commercial, exactly.
I'm sure other people were doing.
I have
it.
a lot of respect for Elmer T. Lee, who created it. Obviously, Mr. Albert Bacon Blanton, whose name is on the bottle. But when it comes to that stuff, I definitely respect the bottle, and I can't fault. I understand Buffalo Trace kind of leaning on it to sell a lot of bottles. Unfortunately, the age statement has come down. It's not as good as it once was.
They haven't changed MSRP on it though, right?
MSRP is pretty
It's
much
pretty
stayed
stable.
about
It's pretty stable.
60.
Yeah.
I mean,
where I've
if
seen
it's-
some other brands up theirs in the last couple of years.
If it's gone
So I
up,
like
it's gone
that.
up a tick. But the
it's
issue with me
probably
is like I
glass
know in my head that if that was in a different shaped bottle and people tried it, it wouldn't be nearly as popular as it is because of the bottle.
Generally
it's in.
speaking, when it's put into a blind, it doesn't do as well as people think it's going to do.
However, when we just talked about that vanilla bomb,
Right.
It does.
like when
That one.
when those come out. Also, I've had ones that have like I think that Blanton's or even just Buffalo Trace in general, the really good single barrels have like that cherry Swedish fish vanilla combination.
Yeah.
When you could find that barrel, man, that could be really good.
Yeah.
But it's just like you said, you have to buy multiple Blantons to find that
find it,
bottle.
right.
Have you had OFC?
Yeah.
And I'm guessing
nice.
you don't think that's anything close to what it's worth.
No, but I will say this about OFC. It's probably the best, one of the best viscosities I've ever had on a bourbon.
Well, it's how many years old?
I mean, this thing was
It's
like,
like
And it
maple
sits in the
syrup.
bottom. It sits in the bottom of the rick house.
It's not a high proof, but
Right.
this thing just, I mean,
so
it
they
is
don't have to
velvet.
proof it down
It is-
already.
it is velvet on your palate, and it sticks, and it.
Well, let's talk about
covers
that.
and-
I mean, it sits
yeah.
at the bottom of the rick house generally.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
sits there for years,
It's
and
aged-
it's going
it's
to
aged.
lose proof because it's at the bottom of the. So they don't have to water it down nearly as much.
It's
So,
aged. It's aged like Pappy.
so
where
the
it's at
viscosity is
low.
going to be good.
Yeah, super.
Yeah, it makes
super
sense.
great viscosity on it.
The only other way to really achieve that is a low barrel entry proof
Yeah.
that you don't have to water down, in production. So I
Yeah.
mean that makes sense.
I mean, Buffalo Trace along their entire lineup, they have some really nice gems. I just wish some of those gems were a little easier to find. That's
Yeah.
all.
A little more
But
available.
but the demand for it is just so insane. It's just really hard.
One thing I was going to ask you is, I mean, you've probably had the most of Buffalo Trace offerings. What would you say is like your hands down best Buffalo Trace product?
William LaRue.
And not based off of year, like not like 2016 of this versus 2019 of this. Like,
I'll tell you, I think the best product that they make
William
is
LaRue Weller.
yeah, that's what I mean.
actually. I think it's when it comes to price and value, I think it's Eagle Rare,
Regular Eagle Rare.
just regular
Dude,
Eagle Rare.
I love me some regular
Just
Eagle
because
Rare.
If you can
for-
get it, so you're talking MSRP.
MSRP,
Yep.
a
Oh,
10,
you're
a
not
10-year-old,
wrong. You're not
10-year-old product at that price. for
Less
how
than-
good
there's not
it is.
there's not
$30.
a huge secondary on it.
Not
Well,
really.
I
It's just-
never see.
So it's $30 MSRP, but you can see it for $80 in a store,
Yeah.
which is actually pretty crazy considering the nuts people go over for Buffalo Trace products.
Right.
That
And
it's
it's a
only
10
marked
year.
up like
when it
times
comes,
two.
yeah, and when it
Yeah,
comes,
it's like how is
Yeah.
Stag, 7 times its value versus.
I think Eagle Rare 10 Stag Junior's up there for me because I think if you get it in SRP, it's just a behemoth of a bourbon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if I have to go top, I'm going either William LaRue Weller or George T. Stagg any given day of the week. I mean, those two are just flavor monsters. There's just no way around it.
Yeah.
And especially for the.
Hey, real quick.
I want the reveal.
We haven't rated this yet. I give this last one
Yeah,
numero
this is
D.
nice.
Numero D. I give it a 4.
Ooh,
Oh wow.
Ooh.
I gotta say,
I mean,
man, every time I bring this to my nose, I get something else.
Something different. Yeah.
Yeah, this isn't easy.
This is one of those ones that grows on you as you drink more
This
of
is
it.
an easy 4.2 for me. This is
All right.
nice.
Damn.
Did
We're
you
like
think
in
that's-
we're here
You're
tonight.
right here.
Tonight.
Wow.
We had the same food
Okay.
today. We had the same food.
I'm gonna have to rethink mine.
What'd you have for dinner?
I actually had a open-faced egg sandwich, scrambled eggs.
Well, it's protein. I had grilled chicken, so
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Good for you. I had the
Mine
most.
was egg whites, two egg white servings, and then 2 regular egg servings. So I had basically 4.
I probably had one of the most Tyler meals of all time.
Snickers.
Hungry man.
You would think that, but I was never.
Frozen dinner,
I was
hungry man.
close.
Tyler's-
close,
Yeah,
but
Ilios pizza.
I'm not a hungry man guy. Usually, if I'm going that shitty, I go like Marie Callender's pot pie. Love that shit.
Dude, that is a
Love
fucking
that. So you
nap waiting to happen.
So you had the
Yes.
Salisbury steak TV dinner.
the Salisbury steak.
No, I had Red Baron French bread pizza.
I mean, that's in
Fucking
that
love
same.
that.
You're in the
it's
right
that-
ballpark.
Yeah,
at least.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Close.
Yeah, you're in the right ballpark.
Man, this
Close.
is getting sweeter and sweeter. as
It's
it
very
gets down
good.
the
Yeah,
glass.
yeah.
I'm gonna go back through them real quick.
Okay, you.
So my ranking is based kind of off the others, so I'm not going to go quite as high. So I was going to go 3-4,
Yes.
only because the
But
others.
it's the highest one.
It's the highest one by
This
far.
is the first one you went over 3, right?
Correct.
So, yeah, you did 2.5, 2.7, and then 2.6 and 3.4.
Yes, and I'm going to go 3-4. Yep.
Okay,
That is nice.
All about the scale.
give it to me, Tyler.
I think this is a. I don't know. I think that last one is a high proof Buffalo Trace something.
Go to Jason
It's
first.
so
'cause
sweet.
He's already gone.
Here, yeah, if he like 4
I already,
something.
I already gave it
Yeah.
like a 4.2. Man, this was good.
Fine. To be honest, it doesn't
He's
really
gonna-
matter what you give. Without your rating, it's already the winner.
It's
Right.
easily the winner.
It's already the winner.
he's
If
gonna-
we divided it by 4 still,
Yeah, it's
with our
still
ratings,
the
it's
win.
still
He
higher
wants to
than
try to
yours.
bring down the curve so he can save the rest of it. is
It
what he
doesn't
wants to
matter.
do.
It doesn't matter. He can't get unless he gives it a -4. This can't be lower than any of the other ones. It's the only one that went above 10 point something. We're already in
I'll
11
give it-
without his
good.
rating.
That's good.
I'll give it a 4-1, and I think it's a 4-1 on most things that I'm drinking.
Wow, this is easily the clear
That's easily
winner.
the best. I mean,
Yeah.
is that a Weller foolproof or something? That is sweet.
So,
I wondered if it was a Weller foolproof because I know
Yeah.
he's got a barrel pick of
That
Weller
is
foolproof.
do you have a picture so I don't have to do this out loud? Like I can just. Do you have a picture of what you?
No.
I thought you said you took a picture.
I
of
took
these.
pictures, not a picture. I took pictures.
God, you. I don't even understand what you mean. What the fuck? Man?
You guys, oh my god,
Dude,
it was fucking hilarious.
hey, it just got
I don't
even.
have-
It just got even better.
You took a picture of
Hey,
this, right?
it just got even better.
Your phone died?
If my phone died.
What the
Oh
fuck?
my
I
god!
gotta plug this in
Hurry
real quick.
up.
Do you have like one of those Zap chargers?
You're killing me, Smalls.
No, I don't. What the fuck?
Oh,
He's got to leave.
It's all right. I got.
He's got a barrel pick to get
I
to
got
at
it.
8 o'clock.
I got about 10 minutes. 15
shit.
minutes.
yeah.
That's fucking no, that's not what got me. The thing that got me was I heard you got a picture of it, right? He's like, no. He's like,
I got 4 pictures of
I
it.
have several pictures.
Holy shit!
So because it's multiple, it's not a picture.
Right.
I have several pictures.
No, I meant that in the sense that I took pop-ups. No. I didn't get them all lined up.
Such an idiot. I love it. Oh my god.
I mean, I just wrote it down in my phone. I was
Yeah.
like, number 1 is this.
Yeah.
Number 2 is this.
It's like the sky is blue. No, the sky's aqua.
holy shit!
Oh my god, that was hilarious. Oh my god, fucking Tyler.
In
No, I didn't
true
take it.
Tyler fashion.
Can we get him a wireless mic so he
the
can plug
only
his
thing
phone
that's
in?
keeping us from revealing what is going on right now is his phone died.
No, dude, I didn't take a picture.
What do you
I
need?
took several.
pictures.
What did you create, like a calendar layout, or what is going on?
It's an advent calendar of.
You don't remember what's in the glass?
Not for
Like
each
off
one.
No, not in order.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I know what.
It's got to be your bowl.
I'm gonna laugh when you like pull all of those like Glencairns on the dude's lap as you pull the corner. Oh god.
Hey, real quick, while you're charging your
Yeah,
shit,
let's drink.
Oh
the,
yeah. Get some new fucking glasses too, for sure.
Hey, go grab 4 glasses, Tyler.
You know what,
okay.
Tyler?
While your
No, let
phone's
let
charging,
Brett
yeah.
do it, because
I'll-
Brett knows the layout of my bourbon room.
All right.
Yeah.
You
don't
only know,
like Christ on a crack.
you only know what the
Don't.
ceiling of my
Okay,
bourbon room looks
phones-
like from laying on your back.
Yeah.
The phone's coming too.
Yeah. The phone's coming too.
Okay, the phone's coming too. Wait, we're gonna pour these real quick before you do
I
the
just-
reveal. This
Tyler,
is-
I just don't
This
get
whole
it.
last 5 minutes, that was hilarious.
I just don't get it. Like,
Guys,
you had one job.
If you're
today.
listening, here's a recap. Dude asked Tyler, "Do you have a picture of what you chose?" And Tyler said, "No, I have several pictures."
I don't even know what's
I
happening.
don't even know what to say.
I just want to go to sleep right now.
No, it's like,
'cause
no, I didn't take a picture. I took 4.
So, hey, why don't you read off? We'll go in order of.
Least to favorite.
I was just going to look at your pictures.
No, I
I
have
was going to
them.
match them up.
He's got him.
If you know what
Do
we
you have it
drank
up right now?
versus the number on the top,
Do you have it right now?
I have
He's ready.
numero uno.
No. Don't tell me number 1. I'm going to ask you, first off, I'm going to ask you in reverse order of the performance. So
Okay.
I want you to tell me what number 4 was.
Are we gonna learn the favorite right now?
No, this is the worst.
Number 4 was an Old Forester single barrel pick, coming in at 90 proof, handpicked by Stagecoach.
There it is.
That's the one I have in the back room.
I have one of the
that was
two.
our last place.
Yep.
Wow.
Which glass was that in the order of things?
That was the third one we did.
The third one. Isn't that the one you guys said was a little bit nail polishy?
Yes.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Which makes sense.
I
Yep.
told you that's
Yeah.
that.
I did
scent.
not think he'd throw some Old Forester in there, but it was
Shit.
Old Forester 90 proof.
That's
crazy.
That's
Yep.
that.
That's
That's
crazy.
That scent with Old
That's
Forester.
why I said
told you.
you're going to be severely disappointed.
Nail polish.
No,
from
because
nail,
that Stagecoach pick has probably been my least favorite single barrel Old
Yes.
Forester that I've had.
Acetone-
That's why there's still some back there. I've got a little
acetone
bit
and Old
left.
Forester, man.
The only reason I haven't killed it yet is because it's my last 90 proof
proof.
single barrel.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Next one. What's the second?
All right, so
second to
the
last?
second to last one is the 6 on the top.
Which order did we drink
I'll say in a second.
I fucked that up. I fucked that up. You said number 4, so I was like,
The number 4.
the number 4. The number 4, this is really going to fuck you up.
God.
So this is our worst.
Sorry. Yeah,
the numbers on the top are like 1, 2, 4, 6.
because he couldn't
1,
give
2,
me
4,
1, 2,
6.
3, 4 like a normal.
Because I had to
person.
give them bigger ounce ones, and they already had numbers on the top.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry, listeners. This is
Yeah.
This is-
all right.
I mean,
Sorry.
it's they expect
hold
this.
on, just
They expect this.
hold on. So number 6 was the one that had the Old Forester. Is
Yes,
that right? Okay.
yes. So it's
and number 6 was our what place?
third place.
That was
It
our
was
second
no,
to
no,
last.
no. Just tell me. Do this, Tyler, before you fuck anything else up. Tell me what number, the one that had the cap that says number 4. What was that?
That was very fine, very rare.
Okay.
Wow,
So
the Old
Woodford-
Forester.
No,
Woodford.
Oh, I'm sorry, I meant to say that.
Very
Woodford.
fine, very
Very
rare.
fine, very rare.
Really?
Okay.
Which
So I'm telling you, we're all going to be disappointed.
Which one was that one?
I'll get to it in a
Okay,
second.
okay. Just
all right. So
do the reveal. Keep
now
going.
tell me what number cap number 2 was. Cap number 2.
Yellowstone.
called it.
I'm not sure if that
Well,
was
I
the one.
This
think
was
you did.
2021. This was the one that we got in the gift shop. This is their 2021 Yellowstone 101
Limited
proof.
edition?
Yeah, limited edition.
Okay.
Okay.
And what was that one finished with?
That was the
weird one.
Finish in
That was the,
Amarone cast?
Yeah, Amarone. The
Amarone.
wine,
Amarone
yeah.
cast.
All
yeah.
right. So tell me what cap number 1 was.
Cap number 1, and I think this is our winner.
Just tell me what cap number 1 was.
was Bourbon
do the
Enthusiast Jack Daniel's single barrel proof.
Oh,
Coming in at 130.9 proof.
that's. I could see that easily.
That's probably
winning
the winner.
because
Yep.
Yeah.
that was a beast.
And I've
All right,
I've had that
sit
number.
down and shut up. All right. So last place was Woodford, very fine, very rare.
Really?
Yes.
That's like 100 and what was it, 130 or something for that bottle
And
too.
I really like that.
we
bottle.
I did
all
too.
really
We
like
all
it.
like it.
we
yeah.
killed it that one. We did a bottle kill of
Yeah,
that
it was
night.
really good, and we've had it since then, and it was really good. when
We've
we
had
came
it
back
in
to
wines. We've had it in a lot of things
Yeah.
that have been like really good.
So that was 4th place. 3rd place was Old Forester Single Barrel 90 proof Stagecoach Pick, which I think is a store somewhere.
It's in Michigan. I remember when
third-
we got that.
That was 3rd place. 2nd place is Yellowstone 2021 limited edition. I've never even opened mine. I've had it for a while, never opened it.
I opened it and really
was that our
liked
first
it.
one? Was that the first?
That was
one
the
we
first
tried?
one we tried.
I said
You called
Yellowstone.
it. Yep.
Yeah, you
called
did.
It.
You did.
So the 2nd one we tried was the Old Forester Single Barrel. The 3rd one we tried was the Very Fine, Very Rare.
Okay.
Wow.
And the last one we tried is number 1, first place, I should say. The last one we tried got first place. That was the Bourbon Enthusiast pick of Jack Daniel's Single Barrel. And they've done, I think, 4 single barrels now. Mm-hmm. And I don't. This is the only one you bought. It was the first one he did. I bought this one. You bought this one. And
I've had it for a very long
Yeah.
time. And the second that I had it, I was
If-
incredibly
so
surprised.
if you
it
don't
was a
have
Jack
much
Daniel's.
of this left, I have some left.
Yes.
So if we
so
need it,
I'll
I
take a
can use
picture of it tonight
Yeah.
because I think I
Make
have
sure,
like
make sure, and I can use it. I can do it for our final episode because I have some of this left,
yeah.
and so does Brett. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the
We
same
all
one I think I
we
got.
all bought. That
Honestly, I
I
was
had
like
quite a bit of that.
I was like when I
actually.
picked them out, I was like, I think this one would win. But at the same time, I was like, the very fine, very rare. That Yellowstone, I really, really like.
No, that's good. At least you picked stuff you liked, which I was surprised by the tastings. But
Honestly, I wanted to put in Middle West Spirits Rye, one of their very first ones, their cast
Yeah.
strength.
Oh, the pumpernickel
But then I
Ryes.
think, but then I thought we would instantly know what,
know
it,
what
was.
it was. Well, you would have known immediately what
Yeah.
it was.
And the other thing I wanted to put in was the toasted rye, barrel strength rye from Michter's.
I do love that toasted barrel.
Yes, but that was very, very low as well, and I knew that would probably be.
I'd like to get one of those if we go to Michter's,
right.
if I
Yeah.
can.
So
We should.
just to catch everyone else up, the winner of this week
Good job, man.
was the Jack Daniel's Single Barrel from Bourbon Enthusiast. It's a barrel strength, and it came in at 130.9 proof. I would have never guessed it was that high of a proof.
No, not
Same.
at all.
No chance.
I-
And
that thing
I
smells
remember
good.
that about
thing,
that.
That thing drank easy.
It
for
drank
that-
easy,
that-
but
for
it
that
tasted
part.
really
Yeah.
well, and it had a nice finish.
I
and
did not get any banana on it.
Yeah.
Which
No,
is the crazy
I didn't
part.
either.
Didn't I?
I
That
didn't
was
either.
all molasses and dark. And
I
that
don't
was really
think
good.
any of those Jack Daniel barrel proofs, except for yours, have I gotten much banana on the
the
barrel
one
strengths.
the Jackman we did was more like peanut butter and jelly.
So you know how I told you I was kicking myself I didn't buy yours?
Yeah.
Like that bottle was like why I'm kicking myself. I'm like if there
Have
anything.
you had his? I've got it
no.
back there. I've got it
No.
back there. You can have a taste of it if you
Which
want.
one did you get? The Jackman or,
I think-
or the one up?
I think the Jackman.
Okay.
I think that's the one. And it's because you called it the peanut butter and jelly.
That's the peanut butter and jelly.
I think that's why I got it.
Yep.
All right. So what's in the glass right now?
So I brought for you guys the Heaven Hill Heritage Collection, aged 17 years.
I'm so excited.
Same.
This is the special edition.
Get a photo of that before we leave.
Barrel.
Yeah.
This is the barrel proof, 59.1% ABV. It's a blend of 3 different barrels: a 20-year-old, a 19-year-old, and
So hold that to me
Wow.
and
a
then
17-year-old.
hold it closed and then give it an open. I'll give you a 3, 2, 1.
Okay, ready?
3, 2, 1, and open.
Oh yeah, baby.
That's the stuff.
Spread it.
And that's what's kind of cool.
I
like,
hit
you know,
stop just before you said spread it.
Damn
Thank God. Thank God.
it's it's a 17 year on the label, but it's
really a 20
more
and a 19.
more
yeah.
older.
Is
Yeah.
this so? Tell us about this. Is this a single barrel?
No, it's a blend of
So
three.
it's a blend.
of 3 different
So
barrels.
the youngest is a 17.
Yep.
And what are the other two? Did you already say?
19 and 20.
19 and 20. Okay, and this is Heaven Hill.
Heaven Hill,
And so-
17-year. This is their special edition this year that they brought out. This is a direct competition with like a George T. Stagg type.
So this is almost like a B-Tech.
This is a BTAC level release for Heaven Hill.
Sure.
Yep.
Gotcha. The nose, I get a little bit of oak, but it's not overpowering. I get
I get some.
some
Graham
sweetness, almost
cracker.
like some.
I get the graham cracker too.
Yeah, this is molasses and graham cracker.
Yeah, I was going to say molasses is what I was going to say. I didn't get the graham cracker till you guys said it, but as soon as you said it, it was like, okay, there it is.
There's that nuttiness that's there, but it's like those cinnamon.
So, yeah.
It's like those cinnamon walnuts.
It's like it's like a
Maybe
ballpark
because I
roasted
didn't
almonds.
get nuttiness, but the cinnamon,
yeah.
maybe that's what it is.
There's cinnamon.
Roasted almonds
Yeah.
from
Okay.
like a,
Okay. I was going to say cinnamon, but the walnut, I like that.
But the palate is where this just.
All right. I
just-
can't wait.
I mean, we've had a
have
lot of pours, but
I imagine this is going to be viscous. This is going to be buttery. It's going to have a nice oaky kind
it's
of.
got all of it.
All right, here we go, guys. Dive in. Oh,
I mean, you get the viscosity right
immediately
away.
it coats the tongue. I get the
Immediate.
oak.
Yep.
I get the oak almost immediately, but then it kind of disappears
Yep.
into other. Oh,
And then it gets sweet.
yeah.
Just the right amount of heat in it too.
Yes.
The proof on it's perfect.
As the
And
oak
it
disappears,
stays with you.
Yeah.
It does.
It's not unpleasant though.
Nope.
for me, so like if you're listening at home, like for me, oak immediately hit the tongue. But as soon as the oak starts to dissipate, other like sweet flavors start to really come through.
It's really complex.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever with some of Old Forster's barrel picks at barrel
that
strength? They like I get like acid reflex right away from
Reflex
that.
or reflux?
The reflex.
So like whenever it doesn't matter if I have
This
it
is why I
chilled.
fucking love Jason.
This is going to be a great
God,
fucking
he-
drive down.
I know we're gonna have so much fun. You know who we're gonna miss on this fucking trip?
Jeff.
Fucking Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff.
Because Jeff and Jason have never met, and I think those two fuckers would just, honest to God,
Yeah.
be hammered in the back, fucking fist bumping like every 5 minutes, making fun of Tyler.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it would be so fun.
White man's overbite.
Like seriously. Like honestly, I'm so upset that Jeff's not coming with you coming because I honest to
And
God
he's
think
the only one, oddly, that agrees with me on more things
Who?
than you do, Jeff. On more debates, he agrees with me on a lot of
I
things.
don't think so at all.
Do you agree with him at all?
with him?
Is that what you?
No, we
Jason
never
says
agree.
Jeff-
we never agree
he's
on
saying
anything.
Jeff agrees with,
With-
Tyler.
yes.
Right.
More.
That's not true at all.
Out of any of us.
Out of any of us,
Yes.
he's the one who agrees
Yeah, I
with you
didn't
the
mean
most,
it.
but he
Yes.
still agrees with me more than
Correct.
he agrees. Okay,
Correct.
okay. As
This
long as we understand
killer
that.
This is
Yeah.
this is fantastic.
This is-
Thank you for bringing
This is like
by
a
the way.
perfect.
Yeah.
It's. I mean, for a 17-year-old bourbon, there's 19 and 20-year-old stuff in it. You wouldn't know it.
This is what
It's-
you want it to be.
This is what you want. This is what I wanted it to be, and I was
Mm-hmm.
so happy that I was able to get this bottle for retail.
Oh,
And
nice.
Where did you get this? A buddy found it for you.
Still in New York.
Oh, your mother
School.
connection.
My
mother connection.
The
That the,
connection.
His mudda was a mudda.
His mother was a
So
mother.
basically, it's like this. Like when I tried, I'm like, man, it can't be. It was in the midst of me like getting some really like disappointing like releases.
I
And then
saw that
had
stretch on YouTube. I
and
saw
I'm
that.
like, oh, now this
This is what it's about.
is living up to
This
the hype.
is why we're in the business.
I think this could go right up against Stag.
Yeah, this is fantastic.
Do you feel that Stag is consistently one of the best BTAC
For sure.
products?
For sure.
He
I mean, there are
he
some
already said
years.
that
There
like
are some
10
years.
minutes
There
ago.
are some years better than others, like anything else.
Sure.
But they're consistently.
The nose on this
No
gets
one
better.
ever.
It's dude. If you let that sit in the glass,
The nose is getting
it
better.
gets better and better
Yeah.
and better.
The Eagle Rare 17 is like the forgotten child. No one ever talks
I
about
haven't
that.
had
I don't
that.
think so.
Because it's not that great.
No one
It's the
ever
one-
talks about
Generally speaking, when you watch reviews like Fred Minnick or anyone else, that's generally the disappointing one of the group.
Eagle Rare, actually last year,
the forgotten
Eagle Rare
child.
17 was the first year that Minnick actually really liked it.
Yeah.
I didn't get to try it, but he generally doesn't like the Eagle Rare 17s.
But here's
and
the
I'm
funny
right there
thing.
with him on that. It's okay.
What if you had the Eagle Rare 17 in the absence of the rest of the BTAC lineup? Do you think you'd like it?
Well, I mean, when I reviewed it, I mean, that's what I didn't really have anything that day. I'm
So
like,
you
let me
didn't have
go
anything
in.
else?
Yeah,
Okay.
I drank it. And
Well, because when he does it, he
it's
does
a
the whole
very-
BTAC
it's-
lineup and
it's
then
a-
compares them.
it's a very good bourbon, but it's just it just dies.
Well, what's the MSRP for it?
99.
This
What is
year,
it?
but
What
this
is it?
year, didn't they up the proof to like 104 or 103
No,
or
it's
something?
101.
101.
Yeah.
But it never used to be. Back in the day, it was like 90 or something.
Yeah, back in the day, but the last several years it's been 101.
Has it
The,
been
lo-
the
the
last
one
cou-
that I got was that I was able to get a couple years ago was 101.
Why do
Okay.
they alter some and keep some the same?
I just think
Probably
know,
just to go along with what they're
again,
getting
there's
from
demand.
reviews.
There's demand for it, and also I think when you're looking at certain bourbons from the master distiller's perspective, they'll proof it at a certain point where they think it tastes the best. So if they're like playing with
That's the
different proofs,
thing I don't understand when they lock themselves into a proof.
I understand.
Like Masters collection, or cask strength at Luxro, or Distiller's collection at Luxro. Like, why would you lock yourself? Besides saving money on the label, maybe why would you lock yourself into a proof before? And I get some of them say, "Oh yeah, it's because we barreled it at this proof."
but
I just don't get it.
I think marketing wise too,
You're pinning yourself into a
I
corner.
know,
in
but
my
I think
opinion.
marketing wise too, you have a level of consistency as people buy these releases year after year after year.
But do you
It's a
want the
certain
level of
thing.
consistency in the proof, or do you want to be able to find, okay, I take it down 2 proof points or up 2 proof points and it tastes that much better? Which would you, honestly.
I don't know. I guess that's really up to the distillery.
I
It's
guess.
one of those things I can never really figure out. But Eagle Rare 17 for me, when I reviewed it, I liked it.
Damn,
I didn't
this is
understand.
good.
I didn't
It's very
understand.
good.
I didn't understand the
I'm glad we didn't start
hype
this.
around it
Well, yeah.
because it's a nice bourbon, but generally Buffalo Trace stuff to me just is it's very sweet, but it ends up being a little bit overly sweet with no real finish to it. And the Eagle Rare was very sweet, but it had all that oak to it,
Yeah.
and not only did the finish fall off, but it was actually a little drying too.
The tannic.
So I think that combination just kind of killed it for me. Now, if there's an Eagle Rare 17 out there that doesn't do that, then it could be a really special bourbon.
Sure.
George T. Stagg and William Reller don't do that. That's a full on experience from front to back.
Have you had this year's BTEC?
No.
Well, I know Fred Minnick just released his.
Well, he gets the
reviews.
samples
I
directly
know.
from Buffalo Trace.
I know.
I email Buffalo Trace. You have some samples left? And they're like, nope. So
I don't
I don't understand.
just don't
but
get
who's-
it.
Who gets more?
stuff than you.
Fred Minnick, sure.
as far as Buffalo Trace goes,
But who
most
has
of those,
more views than you is what I'm saying.
Most of those samples go to writers and bloggers and
But-
publications.
Okay.
But why?
Sure.
But why those over you? Like you don't have. You have a broader audience. Like you're going to reach more people.
That was so. We're assuming. How broad is your audience? Do you think compared to?
70,000. I mean, he's got 70,000 followers.
Okay. Well, how many?
Not only
Subscribers.
followers, subscribers. So that's not
Right,
counting
right, right.
those
Well,
that
you gotta
stumble
remember,
across.
How many does Fred Minnick have? I'm not trying to whatever, but
Well, he's got less than I do, but he's been
he has less than you do.
as far from a YouTube perspective. yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
but
I just assumed.
but
he
he's
had more because
also
he's Fred
got
Minnick,
yeah,
you
but
know?
he's got the before he got to YouTube, you got to remember, Fred Minnick had the name as a
no,
writer.
Right. He was in Bourbon Plus and all that stuff. Right.
So he's going to get those samples before anyone because he's such a big name and an influencer.
He's such a well-known name.
So he was journalist along with a personality.
All before,
all of that.
well before YouTube.
I get why he gets it.
Yeah.
But I guess if he's getting it and he has less of a reach from a YouTube perspective, which is the only place he's really in now, besides when he makes his appearances on like Good Morning America or whatever he goes on, like why wouldn't you get it?
I would think. I mean, there's a lot of distillers I don't get samples from. I don't get anything from Heaven Hill, but I review everything they put out. I don't get samples from.
Do you think they know that? Do you think he's going to get it anyway? Let's just let him get it himself.
I have no idea. I mean,
you think they even consider it?
I mean, maybe, but
Let's go on a witch hunt.
Well, no. So okay, I guess
Give Jason the samples.
What I'm trying to get at is
it doesn't make any sense.
How in touch do you think the press or the media or the PR people are for those distilleries with that side of the industry?
I'll tell you,
the
I'll tell you what.
YouTubes and the
I think over the last couple of years, it's gotten a lot better. Oh my God, yes! Especially from even smaller distilleries.
Right. I mean, we're getting stuff
exactly
because they knew COVID and all those things.
You guys know.
They're like, okay, let's push shit out to people so they can get it in front of them.
And there are big distilleries that are better at it than others. I think Buffalo Trace and Sazerac. I think they're very careful of who gets what.
Yeah.
So I think that's what it's about. Heaven Hill, I think they're careful as well as who gets what. I'm extremely opinionated, and I don't know if that throws some people off. It may or may not.
I could see that.
I mean,
I could see that because you don't pull punches.
Old Forester sent me a birthday bourbon sample, and I totally shit on it this year.
No, I saw that.
Now, I'll ask for it again next year. I don't know if I'll get it.
Yeah,
but I'm going to ask for it. But I'm going to be on. I mean, I'm not going to pull punches because somebody sent me something
and you
for free.
Shouldn't. And I think that's why people subscribe to you is because you're giving. If people's palates align with yours, you're giving an honest opinion of what you think.
Yeah, exactly.
Is Fred a little bit more careful with his?
Well, no, actually,
he seems to not pull punches.
He doesn't pull punches. I mean, he's told me some great stories of like going to dinner with like a certain distillery, and basically they just took him out to dinner so they can rip into him. I mean,
really?
Yeah, stuff like that does happen. I think I've gotten.
They take him to dinner literally to be like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
I'm not sure if it's happened.
I'll tell you,
again,
I watch his stuff sometimes, and he'll easily.
I would literally write a fucking article the next day of them doing that. Like, be like, "Fuck this."
Well, no,
but then you'll never get anything.
I wouldn't fucking care.
I just run up the tab.
You have
I would find it on the shelf.
If it is your livelihood, you would care. If it's your livelihood, you would care.
Yes, that's all he does.
That's his main source of income.
You have to. There's a way.
You can't burn those bridges. You have to.
There's a
you
way
have to massage it.
And I feel like there are some viewers that I get that want me to completely shit on whiskey and just rip it apart. But there's a way to be critical without being a dick.
Right.
And I think you have to do that when you're, when you're being critical.
How good is that?
I think.
Hold on. Let me ask you this.
This may be.
When are you doing your best bourbon of the years? When are you doing that?
It usually goes into January because at the end of the year,
you have to get your December stuff in there.
Yeah, I do a blind tasting of kind of my top 10. I'll usually do a blind tasting on a live stream of like outliers that could creep into the top 10.
Sure.
But I'm gonna have a tough time this year.
So in January, do you think that this will be one of the ones that you talk about?
This will be, in my mind, it will be a top fiver. At this point in the year, we're at that point where a lot of new stuff's coming out. Yeah.
But at this point in the year, this you think is going to be one of your top fivers. So stay tuned for January on the Mash and Drum.
Stay tuned in January on the Mash and Drum. You might see Heaven Hill 17 again, but it all comes
down.
I'll tell
you what.
It all comes down to a blind tasting now.
That's fucking good.
Yeah. This has been up there for me for sure. Now it probably helps that all the shit that Tyler brought tonight was terrible.
Were you not severely disappointed off of some of the stuff we had for the flavor?
Very fine, rare, whatever the
Very
fuck
fine
it
and
is.
rare. I'm surprised it did as bad as it did.
Yeah. Yellowstone
That didn't
the
surprise me.
limited.
That didn't
I'd
surprise
never
me.
Really?
opened it.
Yeah, I haven't. I don't
You
like
did
a
a
lot
pick
of
with them.
Yellowstone.
Yeah, but I reviewed that bottle, and even at that time, it was good, but it wasn't.
I'd never opened it,
Impressive.
so I didn't know what to
Your
expect.
pick's
from
not
it.
out, is it?
But
Not
you know
yet,
what's
no.
funny is you called Yellowstone,
I did.
and I think you might have even have called. I don't remember which one we said smelled like acetone, but you did say Old Forester
Old
on one of
Forester,
them,
yeah.
and that might have been the one.
So
yeah.
so back on the
I have to
topic
go
of
to the instant replay. Well, real quick, because I got to run out of here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave the Remus Gatsby for you guys. So if you want to do a review or taste it,
I do,
Next
yeah.
thing, then that's yours.
Cool.
Check and just next time we see each other, when we do the next round of this, you
I'll
can give
trade
it back to me.
you.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's
I'll give you
fine.
that Old Forester
All right, yeah,
whiskey.
I gotta get out of here,
Yeah.
but I
Hey,
appreciate
thanks
it.
for coming,
Hey,
man.
thank
I
you.
got to bounce before too long too. Just FYI.
And I need to reach out to you about when we can do the finals. So
Yeah.
and I'll reach out and say hi.
he'll reach out to see what you can give him for free.
Oh.
I'm glad you got here, man.
Good seeing you.
No, it's
as always.
usually me asking for opinions that I could probably watch a video on.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to ask them.
Fair enough.
Tyler, your phone's on the charger. Just
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, you're getting charged.
So here's my point to being careful on who you rip and what. How can we say that, but on the other hand, we're always complaining about people in the news just continuing on with the mainstream media narrative, and you want to sit there and call them out like blah blah blah, and at the end of the day they're just like, well, it's my job, like I'm just told to talk about this. Like, that's fucking bullshit. So I don't care if it's his fucking livelihood. Like,
if that's your main source of income, though.
But
you're changing
no,
your.
but here's the thing.
You're
not wrong, but I'll tell you this: like Jason mentioned, if it's your livelihood, you just have to find a way to say it in a way that's not going to irritate people or burn bridges.
yeah.
And so you can still not pull punches, but still be honest and trustworthy as a YouTube or podcast personality.
Yeah, like could he choose between saying, this isn't my favorite rendition of this, I've had some better years,
or this
or
is
this
complete
fucking shit.
Right, exactly.
Not
And
worth it,
that's the
don't
thing.
get it.
That's the difference between us
get
and
that.
him, and that's probably why he has 70,000 followers. Is
And
because
we have 70.
and we have 45.
Yeah.
but no, but like it's because honestly, we
Well,
don't,
I mean,
we don't
we-
pull punches when we will say something tastes terrible. If we have someone on a show, we're still polite about it.
Yeah.
It's not really our profile, but but at the same time, we don't. I would say we don't really pull punches, but the difference with us, I think, is that he has a lot more of a discriminatory outlook on things in the sense that I like most bourbons that I taste.
Yes.
Everything we had tonight.
talked about that with
Right.
Jason.
Everything I had tonight, I would have no problem drinking it if someone brought it.
Yes.
Never would I complain about anything we had tonight, knowing that it was in the realm or the arena that we were in tonight, where we were putting things against each other. I knocked some things that I wouldn't
And
have knocked.
we're probably a little stricter around Jason. Let's not.
I don't think I am. I mean, to be fair, I think all of my stuff almost was identical with Jason's all night long.
No, I'm not saying stricter in that sense. I'm saying stricter than we might normally be.
Maybe
We might be like, okay, this is okay, and then when
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. But here's the thing about me is
it's not like we're like, oh, this is so good, and Jason's like, this isn't really that good. And we're like, yeah, you're right. It's not that good. That's not what we mean.
No.
But we're gonna judge things a little bit harder when he's around.
maybe
I like what I like. I'll be
Maybe
honest.
I don't necessarily think I'll judge things harder, but the thing with me is that I like most bourbons already.
Yeah.
It takes a lot for me to not like a bourbon. However, I can still and I go back to when I talk with my wife about food. I will eat pretty much anything, and I'll be okay with it. But I do recognize that what I'm eating is not as good as maybe a high-class meal.
Sure.
So, like, I recognize that this bourbon may not be as good as something else that's amazing. Like this last thing that we just had, this Heaven Hill 17 year, outstanding. I recognize it's probably the best thing we had tonight. That doesn't mean I still don't like the.
You still like a cheeseburger, right? You still like a Five Guys cheeseburger.
I still enjoyed the very fine, very rare
fillet,
that actually got
right?
that got fourth
That's
place
how I think
tonight.
of it.
Yeah, I still recognize that I didn't dislike this very fine, very rare tonight, even though it got fourth place. I didn't dislike it. I enjoyed it just fine, but it fell a little flat compared to the rest of them for sure. You know, and it could have just been in the order. Had we done it first, I might have liked it more.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm probably going to have to bounce.
No,
we're
we're
encroaching
done.
on 3 hours
we're
for
done.
me. Okay.
Oh, is it?
Well, from the time I left my house to get here to when we start, I'm encroaching on 3 hours.
That's
so.
not even close to being true.
I left my house at 5:40. We're almost at 8 o'clock.
Right, so that's
is
not
it?
that's not almost.
By the
3
time I
hours.
get home,
that's 2 hours and 15.
It's going to be 2.5 hours by the time I get home.
Fair enough. So by the time you go to bed, you'll be encroaching on 3 hours.
Probably, yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, I get up at 4:15. So
not right now.
Yeah,
I can do math with all of you.
Yeah. Anyway, I got to get going.
All right.
So
let's close out here. We got Ty Schaefer 04 on Instagram. We got Brett Paul Bryan on Instagram. We got the People Schnoz on Instagram. We got Dude Pool on Instagram. We got the Bourbon Hunters on Instagram. We are the Bourbon Hunters as a podcast. You've already found us, so you're listening. We just had Jason C. from the Mash and Drum. Check out his YouTube channel. It's outstanding. He does, as we just talked about, he doesn't pull punches. He gives reviews about what he drinks and how he likes it or doesn't like it. So give him a view, give us more listens, download all of our episodes to give us more statistics. Come back and give us a review, 4 stars only. Unless you're ripping on Tyler, then make it 4 stars, but rip on Tyler.
Isn't it 5 stars?
I thought it was 5 stars.
It's probably 5 stars.
Yeah.
Give us
You're
the
fucking
highest
idiot.
rating. Give us the highest rating. Whatever.
That was
that
a
is.
Tyler move right
That
there.
was a very Tyler. That was my.
You're so focused
that
on
was my
ripping me,
homage to Tyler.
your homage.
Hey, turn
All
off
right.
the damn cup holder lights.
Okay.
It's on the side.
It's on the side.
It's
I
on
saw
the
you
side.
turn it on the other
It's
side.
over on the other side. All right. So you got to see a little bit of Tyler moments tonight where we were about to do our reveal and he lost power to his phone.
That was fucking great.
Join us for the final of this. This will be outstanding because we're going to have the top 4
Yeah, it'll be good stuff.
go against each other. And I'm going to call my shot right now.
That he wins.
Old Forester. Old Forester is going to finish in the top 2. If it doesn't win, it's going to finish in the top 2.
I think my Jack Daniels.
I think it's going to be up there really high.
Yeah.
I do.
To be fair, fucking Texas, damn 2-year
Yeah,
bourbon.
I know.
But I'm telling you, I think all of these are going to be really good.
Agree.
This is going to be a good. This is going to be a good blind finale.
All right.
Talk to you guys. Thanks.
Bye.
Thank you for joining in for yet another episode of the Bourbon Hunters. If you like what you hear, please leave us a good rating on Apple, Podbean, Google, or wherever you are listening. It definitely helps us to get great guests on our show. And follow us on Instagram and the Facebooks to keep up to date with what is in our glass. As always, sit back, grab a pour, kick up your feet, and enjoy some bourbon.